Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another stream. Tonight we'll be streaming Dungeons and Dragons, 5th edition, just standard rules, with Tyrell Famir playing as the healer of your troubles. The party recently decided to go and visit some orcs to help Ursa with her problems, and with that said, it was a bit of a weird one, really, because we went up to go and negotiate, and then the negotiations really went a bit south quite quickly. And Korgel just didn't. He was just a badass. He just didn't like it. But Ursa is even more of a badass, so obviously we're going to have a battle of the badasses. Korgel put up a decent fight, even though we laid into him like nothing, like tomorrow, no tomorrow. And at last minute, that damn caster he has with him just dimension doored him out of there, and he was gone. So a big baddie that we had in our grips almost died to the hands of a badass Ursa and her team. Tyrell is quite happy now that we've stopped fighting, because at the end of the day, he's all for one for healing everyone, healing the thoughts of people, their minds, and he's used to playing with the broken minds of battle-hardened veterans, and healing and knitting the wounds together of people that are quite wounded, whether that's mentally or physically. So once we dealt with the banished orc, we'll bring it back to the game then. So we're just waiting for the DM to get ready. Once the DM is ready, I will transition over to the live screen, and we shall get on and play a good game of Dungeons and Dragons. So we are
No,
we are live. Please swear, fuck, bollock, shit as much as you like.
Fair enough.
So,
You fucking sure?
Yeah, I am fucking sure.
100% fucking sure, yeah? Sure as shit, yeah?
You know what you asked for now.
Yeah.
Even
Right.
Hall just took her head round the door and went, language.
So sorry, Mark. We've delayed you long enough. Let's get on and we'll
Yeah.
play.
that's fine.
It's been a hot day today, to be fair, and everyone's running around like idiots by the sounds of it.
You don't understand the meaning of running around.
Who would like to cap?
Gemma?
not me.
Yeah, Gemma's good.
To be fair, the recap's quite simple.
Yeah.
Let me get my book. Right.
You're gonna recap? Oh, I'll leave it to
I
you.
was like, because look, Louise has missed a couple of sessions. So.
You have. Okay, so
Yeah.
Ah, it's good for the stream as well. Nice. Go.
so we ended up in a little bit early Elder Shadow. Hang on, I've got to turn myself down. I can hear myself at the weird.
Yeah.
We ended up in Elder Shadow. So basically, I had 3 months to faff about with because we got a bit confused with timing. I'm not completely blaming Hal dear because I read the note as well. And
Yeah.
and so we ended up helping the locals with an orc problem. Long story short, there was a couple of orcs there that was to do with Ursa's backstory that we dealt with. We ended up executing them. We also found out a bit of information from the tribe that they come from. Bit of a threat. So we went to the tribe in the base of the mountain, and they were expecting us. So we went in there, practically walking into the lion's den. Got of information from them. Pretty much the 2 guys that we executed were, pretty much not doing as they're told anyway.
Or so they say.
Also they say. And then we ended up, basically saying, you just leave the local village alone, or you have us to deal with. And they were like, no, if you leave, we will kill you. But if you go and take care of the dragon in the mountain and bring me, is it a dragon's heart?
Mm-hmm.
Then we let you go. But this is orcs we're talking about. And Ursa was like, no, fuck that. And she took the first strike to the leader. Thank you. And we ended up in a big fight. Just skimming through my notes. He ended up being. Oh, Ursa actually got banished halfway through, didn't she?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, she got. She was face to face with Tartarus, which is the. I wrote it down again. Oh, the god of the abyss. Almost being picked up by him, but she got pulled back into the overworld. Halfway through the fight, the leader legs it because he's a big old chicken. Yeah, and the tribe's members pretty much said he's a coward and he will be killed on the spot when he come back. Would you like to be our leader? And Ursa was pretty much like, no, just leave the local village alone. Leave the dragon alone, please. And all is well. But that's like skimming it over very quickly as well. There's little bits to it, but
I think that's basically what happened.
yeah. So we ended up going back, bit of a celebration. Goes into the local bar / brothel.
You did.
Yeah, we did.
We did. Hal dear, and didn't we say Freya went with Hal?
We did. Made sure she was.
Yeah, Freya was with Hal in another bar.
We had sexy time. That was great.
Well, Ursa had a massage.
Yes, a massage.
Well, I only took 1 gold off, so it was a genuine massage.
Yeah, but you know, your persuasion is quite high.
So she goes upstairs. She has 1 drink, and she goes upstairs with a very tall fella to take care of her.
Yeah.
Right.
Tyrell basically pays for an orgy, and yeah, we're having fun times. And Haldir's in a bit of a spot of trouble.
So,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah, whilst their
Yeah,
sexy
please
times were
do.
happening, Fira and Hal went to a bar. I forgot the name of it. Mark, do you remember it?
I haven't written it in my
It's in
notes
my
either.
notes. Hang on, I might have it.
Hog and Duck. That's it.
That's it.
Mark might have problems connecting roll 20 by the looks of it.
Yeah.
I'm having raw 20 connections, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's called the Hog and Duck, yeah.
And basically, at the time when we walked in, there was a fat man with his paperwork, the bartender, and a mysterious hooded figure that sat in a corner with the back to everyone. Ignoring this hooded figure and the man with his papers, Hal and Frira just basically sat around drinking and eating and just catching up. After that, Frira went, leaving Hal on his own, leaving Hal to talk paint to the talking about paint with the bartender.
Okay.
At which point, the bartender gets knocked out. After the lights go dark and the room goes icy cold. Upon going for a sword, Hal gets knocked out, and that's it. Curtain closed for the session. Frira, I believe, went back to the wagon for the night.
And no one
Me
knows you've been
and DM left it on a
taken, right?
cliffhanger.
No one knows I've been taken, but Frira's the only one who knows where I was last seen.
Okay. Well, at least we have someone. Frera.
But the thing is, where is
Wait, what
you
was
lot?
that bar called again?
Hog and Duck?
It's a hog and duck.
Hog and Duck. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, the only thing is, where is Tyrell and all that?
Oh, Tyrell's having an orgy. He's, you know. He's
And
having a good
all
time.
that,
Bloody fair.
not in all that. I know where he is. Like, did he go back to the wagon, or did he stay in the brothel overnight?
I would have stayed in the brothel overnight, definitely, yes.
Okay then. Did
So-
Cass and Ursa stay in the brothel?
God, yeah, she's staying there for snuggles.
Oh, of course.
It's there for viewing pleasure.
I did invite Cass, but she declined. Right.
Okay.
So
So-
I'm over here, so.
So Cass and Frera are in the magical wagon TARDIS.
Mhm. I love it. Magical
Love
Wagon
it.
Targets. Best name ever.
And Ursa and Tyrell are in a brothel, having whatever they're having.
Sex time.
And Hal has been knocked out unconscious and has no idea if he's been kidnapped or just left on the floor.
Or if he's even dead at this point,
It's not gonna happen.
he might be a ghost for all he knows at the minute.
Out today, 24.
I just want a long rest because I am screwed.
Do we all get a long rest, by the way, Mark?
Everyone besides you.
Damn it.
Oh.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah, Louise, if you ever look at your hit points, just change that number, the main hit point number, to a 70 if you can.
I'm just trying to do something else.
So whilst we have
no.
fun, Haldir gets elf napped.
If it even is an elf.
Half elf map.
Half elf napped. So
He's
we all
not. He's
get a
not
long
full.
rest.
Sad
Okay.
Hal.
Okay, back up to 101, everyone.
Tyrell, can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Okay.
She had one drink, by the way. She didn't get shit faced.
Do I get a short rest at all?
I'll get to you in a minute.
Okay.
The torch is just about, ready. Hang on.
19.
No, I just
Okay,
I'm just wondering, 'cause I get things on a short
it's fine.
rest.
It's fine. You're not exhausted from your night's escapades.
Sorry about that noise.
I'm quite A Duracell bunny, as they say.
Ursa, can you make me one as well?
She only had one. I only paid for one drink.
It's nothing to do with the alcohol.
Oh, it's something. Oh, okay, okay. So Constitution
Diseases.
save. Oh no! Don't say that. That's horrible.
So
21.
have a quick look
She's
at
That's fine.
the calendar.
It's fine.
This
You
is
aren't exhausted from your
my
night's
level 4
XP,
cleric,
either.
level
Oh,
4
I see.
warlock.
Okay. I'm being really careful with my booze now. I wonder if you noticed. Don't you only had one?
Yeah, okay then.
So, Tyrell and Ursa, you both awake in your rooms in the brothel, with no accompaniment. You are all alone in your rooms, and Cass and Fleur, you have woken in the wagon, with the smell of cooking down in the kitchen.
Cooking. Who's cooking what?
And when you go down there, it is Raven. She's cooking. Raven's cooking some food for you.
What you got cooking? It's rabbit.
Sighted then.
And so, what are you guys doing?
I will
Wow.
probably get myself situated, find Tyrell to probably head way back to the caravan.
At this point, I probably wouldn't even notice that Hal's disappeared.
Oh no!
I'm gonna go back
I
to the
will wait.
caravan and have some food.
Hey, to be fair, I wouldn't have come to that conclusion. I've literally come out of the bedroom into the main room. He could be outside.
Yeah, that's true. You wouldn't really know, would you?
You come out of your room downstairs, gone into the kitchen. Yeah. Tyrell, can you make me a perception check, and you as well, sir, please?
Sure.
Okay, perception, not an issue. Hang on, hang on. Yes, I'll do a perception for you.
My perception is really poo. I got a 4 on that. With a 9 plus 5.
18.
Okay. Tyrell, nothing seems to have gone missing in your weaponry, your armor, or any of your belongings.
I hope not.
So you're currently missing some money.
Oh.
Gutted.
Gutted.
Caravan.
You're currently missing some money. Can you roll me a D4 and a D8, please?
Okay, D4, D8.
Sorry, why is it every time you stretch you yawn at the same time, or is that just me?
It's like your whole body's reacting to it.
Okay. So you've lost 100 gold and 30 platinum.
Oh,
Oh,
That's nothing,
fine.
really.
that's 400
That's-
gold.
that's fine.
How much did she have to begin with, though?
300.
2,001 platinum and 3,625 gold.
Ah,
I think
thank
she
you.
has it covered.
Yeah.
I think it's
So
all
how
right.
much-
It wasn't going to be a lot anyway. It was literally minuscule money. It was just enough to know if you would notice it or not. But
That's just the equivalent of dropping some coppers to it.
I only hold this money for you lot. You don't need it. As I'm walking down the stairs and noticing that, do I notice anyone being obviously guilty looking? Like
make
the
another
guy
perception
that.
check.
Okay. Oof. Oof. I don't know about that.
It's not
Right.
bad.
As you make your way sort of down the stairs and into the main sort of foyer room and the bar, there is no workers or besides the pure black tiefling on the bar.
I'm going to assume it was. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm going to assume it was the fella that stayed with me. So I'm going to go up to the black tiefling and I go say to him, "Can you tell the fella that ever so kindly robbed me last night to not spend it on drugs. And if he needed money, he could have asked. And then I was going to walk away.
Ah.
He just sort of nods and goes, "Okay." He just has that weird, really weird, like curious look on you.
Don't do drugs,
but
okay?
Okay, so I'll take that off my money now.
But as you finish talking with him, Tyrell makes his way down.
Yeah.
Makes his way down the stairs as well.
Okay, I'm just taking that off. Damn it! I'm down to 1,971 platinum. Shit.
No.
I'll take some of that off you if you want.
Do you need any money?
I don't know. Do I need any money? Let's have a look.
We're walking and talking.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. So you make your way back to the wagon.
Not really.
And as you walk through the door, as you have been given a key, from Hal, you instantly get hit with a smell of like bacon and sausages and eggs cooking.
Oh, wonderful!
And Cass and Farah are sitting in the dining room, eating food.
I'm gonna assume it's Hal, and I'll go, "Hal, you legend! Give me your food."
And you hear Raven's voice going, "It's not Hal, it's me, but thanks."
Oh.
Even better, at least it'd be edible. Sorry, Sean.
Yeah. I'll just charge you board next time.
You watch, Mark will now start asking to roll fucking performance checks now for cooking.
Oh no.
Okay, so what are you guys doing then?
Eating.
Eating.
Yeah. It's no good.
So you guys while you guys are eating, Hal, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I would, but unfortunately my page is kind of frozen at the minute.
Oh dear.
Do you know your plus? We could just roll a d20 for you.
0. No, +1 actually.
So if we roll a d20 for you.
It's just brought it back up.
There we go.
I fail.
Ooh.
I've been well and proper.
Okay. Roll me 2d8, please.
2d8.
Ooh.
Yes.
7.
Okay.
Guess damage.
You suffer 7 points of damage. And roll me. And can you roll me 2d12 as well, please?
12.
And you take 12 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned.
Oh god.
What?
Oh my god.
Okay.
What have you gone and got yourself into, Hal?
And do I have to do anything about this poison condition?
You are currently unconscious still, but
Okay, I can't do anything then.
Shit, I'm getting a bit
not
worried
right
now.
now.
So while we're chairman, probably just have a chat with everyone. So what's the plan then? Are we moving on out today, or? I mean, we've got what, a month and a half, 2.5 months left.
I'm gonna. As soon as you say that, I'm gonna notice Hal's not here, because that makes his name apparent. You know, we've got
Yeah,
2.5 months left. Yeah, all right, we know
Hal?
that. Hal. Speaking
Hal?
of, where is Hal?
I am not.
Is
Can
he,
I just say I am not embarrassed by it anymore.
is
Ursa
he,
got her revenge.
Yep, exactly.
is
He's
he,
pleased.
is he slept in or something? I'm gonna go to where he sleeps and bang on his door.
Yeah, Raven says that she hasn't seen him. She didn't see him come in last night, and she hasn't seen him all morning.
Has anyone
So
seen
you
him?
go
Maybe you got
upstairs.
lucky. Maybe you got lucky.
And you go
How?
upstairs and go to his room, and it is locked.
Locked. I'll bang on the door. I'm gonna
Is it a
bang
hat on the knob?
on. Sock.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, sock on your knob means that you're getting on.
I thought that meant when you're getting on by yourself.
She's just gonna go, really? Hal brought someone home?
I was going to say, I don't believe that. I'll bang on the door and go, Hal! Stop with your right hand. Come on, hurry up. Get out of that bedroom.
There is no answer.
Hal, let me come in there.
Kick the door. Kick the door.
I'll kick the door.
Still no
Pharaoh
answer.
would give the option, what if he isn't in there?
That is a good valid point, Ferrero. Where do you think he would be though? Because it's unusual for Hal. Hal's normally a goody-goody. He's normally always here.
Yeah, he's usually up before all of us.
I
to be
could see
fair.
I cut you, Giff.
He's annoyingly early.
Yes.
I came home without him, and we were in the same bar.
I'm just gonna out of my
What
fingers.
bar was
because
this?
he's eating some sausage, and then I'll go move out the way.
Wait,
I'll
what
open
was
the door.
the name again?
You're gonna open the door.
I forgot it now.
The Haagen-Dazs.
That was it.
The Haagen-Dazs. That's the bar.
The
There we go.
The Haagen-Dazs the other one, isn't it? Yeah, the one that we went out. Yeah. Okay.
I would like to try and open the door and cast brute force.
I cast axe.
Or I cast.
Roll
We
me
go
a strength
straight
check.
down his door?
Da-da-da.
I don't have any tracking abilities, so that's going to be interesting.
21.
21.
Okay. And can you roll me a dex check, please? Well, a dex save, sorry, with advantage as your ability.
Oh, he's put something on the bloody door, innit? Okay.
Oh, yeah, shotgun. Oh, wait, that's a different game.
15? Either 15 or it's 15. Take your pick.
Okay. As you shoulder barge the door off its hinges, a little crossbow bolt flies towards you, and you instinctually just sort of dodge it, and it just goes past your ear and hits the wall behind you.
So I see that little green shit.
Hal's not green.
No, I'm just thinking green because leaves and, elf and all that lot.
Hold on. I was just thinking, where did green come from?
I'm gonna say it's not Raz that's done a trick on you.
Yeah. I was going to look in around the room. Any signs of his bed being slept in?
Bed is made. There is no signs of how anywhere.
Right. Hal loves this caravan. I'm a bit worried. He would have slept here last night.
Oh, yes, he would have. 100%. I'm with you. Where is Hal?
I told
Hal!
you I came home before him.
Hal!
Right.
Those that are going. This is where I wish I had finished the caravan map, because you could see it and you could investigate shit properly. But whoever is in the room, in Hal's room, make me an investigation check, please.
I'll be in there with Ursa, so we both do one,
Yeah.
or do you want
I
me to
was
help?
I'll be
still
there.
outside.
I've got a +1, so did you want to do it with an
I've got a
advantage?
+4.
I've got a plus
Oh,
one.
I'll help.
You can all roll.
Are we all
Oh,
roll?
okay.
You can all-
Oh, no.
You can all roll individually if you want to. It's
Okay.
up to you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Even
do
with a +4, I get shy. So,
Well, that's a 19.
want- I want to argue that I was outside because I didn't want to go in his room.
Okay.
So you're trying to get everyone out of his room to preserve his privacy?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I
Can you all
didn't
get
want them
out?
to go in his room in the first place.
Sorry.
I kept arguing, like, don't break down his door. And you're like, I'm going to shoulder barge.
Hey, it's repairable. Someone's got magic that can repair that, surely.
I'm just gonna lean the door up against the wall and go, I'll fix that for him
Hang
later.
on, have I got mending? Let me see if I got mending.
Right. So Taro, as you and the rest of your fellows that are intruding on some,
message. So
I'm going to take up some copper wire and I'm going to go, Hal, where the fuck are you? You can reply to this message.
there is no response from Hal.
Wow, he's either gagged, really pissed, or I don't know, he might be in the middle of something.
Right. So, as you are sort of investigating around, Taro, you spot sort of a bit of parchment under sort of Hal's bedside sort of table. under one of the legs.
Alright. And I'm going to go and pick up the parchment and have a look.
Right. As you pick it up, it's a torn note.
And the contents says?
It's like only half of it. It's like it literally looks like a bit of a corner. And it just says "we have," and then that's it.
Where's the rest of it? I'm gonna look around for the rest of it.
Mark, can I just quickly beg for mercy, please? Don't embarrass me.
Ooh.
Oh, what's that note?
I don't even know, but I'm just saying, please don't embarrass me. I'm begging.
That's it.
Comical relief.
He just doesn't want us
I don't
to
know.
find him like half dead.
If you're trying to find the other half of the note, make a perception check. See if you can spot it.
I think we should go to Hog. Is it Hog and Duck?
Yeah, that's where I would
Yeah,
go.
Hogan up.
Oh, 20, not natural.
That thing I've been
Okay.
saying we should do.
You sort of instinctively sort of get down on your hands and knees and sort of try and look underneath the actual bedside table, and you can see another like shred of paper underneath it,
Grab it.
and then you sort of pull it out, and it matches with the other bit of note.
I try and like
What's it?
puzzle piece it together and have a look.
And it sort of, so it reads, we have your, and then there's an F.
We have your F.
We
Have
have
to pay
your.
respects.
We have your fucks. What's F? What would Hal associate F with?
Fridge. They've
Fridge?
got our fridge.
No, I'm gonna run and
We
go.
have your fruit.
I'm gonna go
They
run.
took our fruit.
Fruit? No, I'm gonna go run and check.
Bastard.
I said
I like my
food.
fruit.
Food? Friend?
Yeah.
Wait, what's that?
I take
But
offence to that.
where the F is, it's like it's ripped as well.
I mean, this is a sloppy job. Let's be honest. They should have done
Be
this
an
at least in
E.
their best handwriting.
It could be an E. We have your
Fiend? No.
eagle.
What?
Elephant.
Well,
We're just
Oh.
being
right,
arseholes now, aren't we?
we're spitting in the dark right now. The last place it was seen,
I said
Ferris-
originally we should like go
Yeah.
see
the pub, yeah,
Hog and Duck.
the Hog and
pub.
Duck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lead the way, Ferreira. Lead the way.
You've all been there.
Leading.
It's the
Oh, yeah.
tavern that Hal needed to go to and was early for.
Okay. Just slight little dig
Maybe
there.
they were early as well. You never know.
Hell waiting
What?
for the party.
It's taking so long.
Alright.
Yeah, trying to stop him from breaking into your room right now. Don't worry about it.
Who's going to be the best detectives in the world?
But,
I mean, I'm pretty good.
Sounds fairy.
can you go to this
Fake,
building
whatever.
if I can ping it properly?
I'm no dick.
Go to this building here. You can see what I'm pinging. Who's actually pinging? I don't know.
Where? What?
We're going to the
No.
pub.
So, as you all sort of like brace round the corner and heading for the Hog and Duck, which is the next building over,
Mm-hmm.
it is there are 40 armed, fully plated, like armored up, like guards.
14.
40.
14.
Oh, 40.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are they all
shit.
close together?
There's 20 in a line in front of you, and there's 20 in a line on the other side of the road, like sort of this side.
Were they just
What the
there patrolling or just there
Are they
chilling?
all-
Or?
They're all
all-
standing shoulder to shoulder, like as like a massive military wall.
A wall.
Are they all in a 20-foot
Yeah.
radius?
Could you sneak round the
yes,
back?
why?
No, you're not going to fireball it.
Oh.
Can I sneak round the back?
There's no alleyway, sort of this side.
God darn it.
They preventing us from getting in. They're just standing there.
They're blocking the whole entire street.
Could you ask them
Yeah,
to go past
I'm gonna walk up to them.
politely? No, you're gonna go to violence.
No. She's in a good mood now. Oh, get the fuck no. That's a good point actually. For someone else who's very talky should ask him. I'm more
How about
intimidating.
someone who's really timid, like Frera, just looking for a friend?
I'll allow you. Yeah. I'll just stand there and watch so you don't get
Yeah, I
I'm
was
keeping an eye
here
on Freya's
last
back.
night. My friend hasn't come home. Has anyone seen them?
I don't think I would
What about
necessarily
in the-
lead with I was here last night. Obviously, some shit's gone down.
Yeah,
Last
no.
What about if it
Like, evening.
said I've
Like,
got your
say
Frera?
earlier. What?
It might say I've got your Frera, and you'll be like, he'd be like no, and then he was like running off, and then he gets taken in the night.
I ain't gonna give him my real name.
No, maybe the note doesn't say friend. It says we've got your Frera, and that's why he.
He went running
The
off.
biggest troll of the world.
Yeah. How?
Okay, so as you start approaching like the military like wall, you sort of get a better glimpse at the pub, and the whole front of it is like charred, and all the windows are smashed through, and there's just
Okay.
literally like there is no door. Where the door should be is a gigantic hole.
Very concerning.
I wonder what happened
Oh,
here.
crap.
I'm gonna go and have a chat with the guards. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up to one of the guards.
As you get 5 foot into towards the guards, one of them sort of steps out of the line and just puts his hands up, saying, "Halt! Sorry, there's an investigation ahead. You cannot pass. You'll have to hold on for a moment. If you need to get to the other side of the town, you have to take the long way."
No, do not worry, my friend. I understand what you go through because I used to do it a long time ago. We do not want to go
Raise the
past.
eyebrow.
We do not want to interfere or pass go. Yeah. Interfere or get under your feet while you're doing your
problem is-
investigation.
We kind of do.
But shh. But may I ask, what happened, my friend? A soldier to a soldier. I'm just talking. What happened?
Make a persuasion check
I would
with
love.
advantage, as you were a soldier.
I love to. No. Oh shit! I need to roll it again. Hang on. Oh, that's a natural 20, and that's a natural 19. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
25, my friend.
Okay.
Nice.
So the guard looks you over and sort of sees your armor and sees your shield, and sorry, I'm trying to get a phone charger and the actual
Aries.
charger.
Aries, baby, Aries.
And he sort of spots it and goes, "You're from mine still."
From what?
From Ironstall.
Ironstall. Oh.
Oh,
It's
Matt.
the holy city.
Yeah, that's the one.
If I'm reading it,
You're
remember it
asking
properly.
me if I'm from Ironstall. Yes, I am. I am 100% from Ironstall. Not born there, but bred there.
That's fine. And he sort of turns his sort of neck and sort of moves like a bit of like a sort of like the part of his cloak, and you can see an Aries tattoo on his neck.
Oh, I've just got a little bit solid. I mean,
No. Good for you.
I didn't have a mouthful of fucking drink.
I'm like, well, I'm glad we are talking on the same page, my friend. Aries for life, Aries together, brothers in arms. Welcome.
And he sort of, as he sort of like tries and hides it again, he just says, last night, just after midnight, there was this whole area of the street went completely dark, to the point that no one could see in, no one could see out, and by about 12:30, nearly 1 o'clock, there was a huge explosion, and then the darkness just disappeared, and we were called, investigated, and there are a couple of bodies lying inside, rather charred, and we're waiting for someone to come and identify the bodies.
My friend, I am Tyrell. I do apologise. I am Tyrell. We are actually looking for a friend that was last seen in this tavern, and it pains me to hear that you said there's charred corpses in there.
After hearing that, Ursa's just pacing up and down because she's getting agitated now, thinking that her friend's dead.
Calm down, Ursa. We do not need to do this. Is there any chance, my friend, you can allow me entry to look at these bodies to see if I can identify them? I am a battle medic, after all. I am trained in this skill. Just quickly.
It was just give me a minute. Let me speak to my commander, and he sort of goes back like towards the group of the wall, but like merges through them, and then you sort of lose him in the crowd, and he sort of comes back about 5 minutes later, and he sort of says, "You can, I can only take you in. I can't take anyone else in, I'm afraid."
I'm going to look at the group and we'll go, group, he is not in there. I will confirm this, and I'm going to go in.
Yeah, go check. We're fine to now, yeah.
Push my way.
Okay, so the guard sort of takes you towards the wall, and as soon as you sort of approach, they sort of like separate like the sea, allow you through, and as soon as you're through, they close the immediately sort of close rank.
Yeah.
And as soon as you are the opposite side of the wall, the whole entire street from the front of the pub to the other building is just charred. Like full scorched, charred.
What can
Like the stone is all cracked and burnt. The front end of the other building that was other side, which is hang on, I'm trying to remember which one you went into for the court, the trial rooms. No, it wasn't that one. No. Yeah. So the other side of the building, from literally the base to about just over halfway, is all charred up. All the wood and that's all sort of burnt. And sort of some bits of it looks like it's crumbling already. As you sort of look back towards the actual pub, like I said before, the front end where the door was in the middle is completely blown out. There is just a sort of 15-20 foot sort of circle hole.
So from
where the door would be.
Yeah. So what I can see, it looked like the explosion happened in and went out.
Make an Arcana check.
Ooh. Yeah. I'll try. That's an 11.
Yeah. So you kind of on the right ballpark. Like you assume that either an explosion's gone into the pub, or vice versa. There was an explosion outside, and sort of kind of, but you can't sort of quite determine which.
Yeah.
Which is which.
All right. Okay.
But there's but you do sort of, as you sort of are approaching like the hole, there is like odd patches of like shrapnel of like building blocks on the street, and as you sort of approach, there are some inside as well. And as you sort of walk in, the floor, the ceiling, and the whole entire walls are just pure, like near enough, like pure, just charcoal black.
So I've got to tread carefully.
All the bars and all the like stools that were in there are gone. They're just piles of ashes where they were. And the bar itself is like crumpled to half sort of its original height. And there is a body laying, like a charred body laying over. Sorry, trying to not burp.
Thank you, sorry, Mark. Don't let the suspense build anymore.
There's a charred body sort of laying what would be considered the customer side of the bar.
Yeah.
That's all charred, and then there's another one laying directly on top of it, towards where the corner of the bar would be.
Okay, so I would like to go carefully venture over and have a look at these bodies.
Okay. Do you know what your passive investigation check is?
11.
It's not an actual thing on.
It's 11.
I don't know how to actually work it out.
Yeah, I've got it on D&D Beyond. It's 11.
Is your passive perception higher?
Yeah, 17.
Ooh. Okay. So as you're approaching, you at the corner of your eye, you spot loads of sort of towards, like, as you sort of literally approaching like the threshold and sort of going in, you spot like loads of tiny little bits of like silver shards, little in sort of, but they're all like triangle shapes. Sort of scattering literally like in a sort of semicircle, sort of rainbow sort of arch, going from literally where the sort of the circumference of the hole in the wall would is, but on the floor. There's little triangles of like shards of metal.
Have I been followed in?
Yeah, you are being led in by the guard that brought you forward.
Can I see if I can pick up a bit of the shard and pocket it?
Okay. Make me a sleight of hand.
Yep. Oh, where is it? Man, why? They're all like +1. Damn it, 8.
Okay. As you sort of bend down to sort of try and slyly tie your boot and sort of pick one, and he sort of looks at you and goes, "That's evidence. Put it down."
There's about 15 others. You might miss one, right? Alright, okay. I'm just gonna look at it. What is it? Is that just a bit of metal?
It's just literally like a little tiny triangle, like very jagged edge, like triangle of metal.
Is it like a throwing weapon or anything else?
It looks like it's slightly curved, so it looks like it's from something bigger, or would look like it would come from something bigger than a weapon.
Okay, Jesus. Alright, I'm gonna go over the bodies then. That's where I came in here for. I need to make sure my friend is not in here.
Alright. So as you approach the bodies and you are going to sort of inspect them, can you make me an investigation check and a medicine check, please?
Yeah. And there's the investigation. That's a 5, and a medicine is 25.
Okay. So medicine-wise, you know that the bodies were dead within an instant. Like they were flash burnt, kind of dead. I'll let you off because your investigation's low, but one of your medicine checks reveals that one of them is a dragonborn.
Okay, nice to know. Thank you.
But you can't quite tell what the race of the other one is. The dragonborn is the one that's right on the bar on the corner.
Which is on the bar in the corner. Okay.
But the other one that's sort of leaning on your investigation, but as you're sort of looking it over, it is too charred. There's no sort of signs of like there's no sort of ears or anything, so you can't go right. That's definitely an elf or anything. It's sort of you can't quite tell if it was just a straight human, an elf. But it's I'd say I'll give you the body height of it is like the length of it is sort of that hitting that sort of 6 foot mark. So you'd gather it's sort of it's got to be human or elven in sort of.
So is it under? Would I say it's under 6 foot?
Hang on 1 second. Hang on. Why is my fucking tablet going so slow? So hopefully soon, so I'll be back to normal on the computer. It's about 6 foot 3 inches to be exact.
6'3". All right. I'm gonna point to the body on the bar in the corner. I'm gonna go, well, that's a dragonborn. I can tell you that for a fact. That looks quite big. This guy here is about 6'3". Can't really decide, tell you what race he is, because he is well and truly burnt. But one thing I will tell you is they die pretty much instantly, flash burnt. So there was no pain or suffering happening here. I'm gonna say a quick prayer to Ares. I go, Ares. These are innocents that died to the hand of an evil person. May the justice of the war land down on their shoulders and be punished truly for what they have done. And I'm going to say I'm going to make sure there's nothing I've missed in here. Then I'm just going to say to the guy, I said, thank you very much for letting me in.
As you finish your prayer, can you make me a religion check, please?
I can. There is something I want to ask him before I leave, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, 21.
Okay. What did you want to ask?
I would like to know if you've got any leads of who may have done this, any ways forward, because my friend is not here, and he was last seen here, and he's gone missing.
At the moment, we've got no leads. What did this, or who did it? At the moment, currently, the main person that does all our investigation, she's currently with another squad, taking them to the capital city for some urgent matters. You might have seen them earlier on in the day yesterday, sort of out front of the court area.
So we have no witnesses or nothing.
As far as we know, there is no witnesses. No, we haven't done a full investigation.
Okay.
Just yet.
Okay.
We're in the process of that.
I understand that, and I appreciate your time and for you allowing me this. As Aries brothers, we come together, we fix things. I won't take your time up much longer. I have everything I need, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Right. As soon as you sort of say that you're finished, sort of doing what you need to do, he sort of acknowledges you and escorts you back out.
Okay, cool.
To the sort of the main thoroughfare. To your rescue party.
As soon as I get out, I want to know what this building is. I want to know what this building is. I want to know what this building is, and I want to know what this building is.
Okay, I can't see what you're pinging.
You can't see. So the building surrounding this building.
So you got one. I saw one ping underneath the gallows.
There's one here now. I'm pinging one now. Just to the left.
Yeah, that one there, you're pinging right now. That's the Hog and Duck.
Oh, okay. So what's this one then?
That was just where I wanted you to stop as you sort of reached the corner. That was where you
So
you got to that building and then
I'm-
saw the wall.
I'm in here. Right. Okay. So what building's this one?
That is just someone's home,
Someone's
just a
home.
home.
Nice. I'm going to test you now. Sorry. What's this building here?
That is a store. It's
Shop.
a jeweler's.
Jewelers. Nice. What about this building here?
That is another residential home.
Top right, diagonal home. Okay. And then probably finally, oh no, there are two more. I want to know what this building is.
That is the one of the general stores.
General store. And finally, then, what about this building here?
That is another residential home.
Home. Okay. I am going to walk out of here, obviously, and I'm in the middle of this area where it's all charged, yeah?
Yep, and you've got the wall of sort of soldiers either side of you.
Is there anyone at the jewelers right now?
The door is on the corner side, this side.
And
But there is so you can see that side of it. And there is a female halfling standing outside, sort of staring that way, and she's sort of got sort of like a dressing gown on, and she's kind of holding it underneath her her chin.
okay. Can I get to her if I go past the guards?
You can they'll allow you either way out. They'll either, because the guy who was with you says he starts escorting you to like your friends, but if you start heading that way, he'll escort you that way.
I was gonna say because I don't want to go through the guards and not be able to come back, if you know what I mean. So I want to be able to do it as I'm going through. So I'm gonna ask this lady here because this home, the jewelers, seems to be the only one in the cordon, if you know what I mean. Everything else I can get access to freely. So I'm gonna go up to her then if I'm on the way through. I'm gonna go through, and I'm gonna go up to the halfling lady. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Good morning, ma'am. What a terrible incident has happened today.
So, morning, sir. Heard it as a terrible shame.
Jewelers. What, halfling lady, you say, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm one of the investigators. I'm investigating this case right now. I'm not lying. I am. And I just want to know if you see anybody looking suspicious or running away from that building between the hours of, I'll write it down, 12:30, 12ish, so midnight time roughly.
I didn't see anyone around. I closed up shop about 9:30. Went and had some tea, and then was in bed by about 11:30.
And then obviously
And
you
then
got
I was woken up at sort of about 12:30, 12:45 time, sort of a huge explosion and half my shop like being burnt to a cinder.
Yes, I do apologise about that. I'm sure you got insurance.
Aye.
Yeah, that's fine. Go. Right. So, okay. Did you yesterday, day before? Do you? Because obviously you've been working here a long time, haven't you? By the looks of it, you've been set up quite a while.
I've been here all my life.
Yes, and as someone who's been here all your life should know roughly the riffraff and the people that stand out. And did you notice anyone that is acting suspicious over the past few days? Anyone hanging about, maybe asking you questions about the tavern? I don't know. Anyone that tickled your interest?
No. Had a weird fella come in yesterday, sort of midday-ish, sort of all cloaked and hooded up. Didn't see his face. He kept his sort of hood very sort of over most of his face. And he sort of asked me if I did any sort of enchantments to jewelry. And I sort of said no, I just sell just general jewelry, sort of necklaces, brooches, and rings and stuff. If you anything else, and pointed him to where he needed to go for sort of magical wares.
Where did you point him to? May I ask?
Towards the Merchants Guild. There's a nice, lovely Furbog lady there, who does a lot of magicals, enchantments and stuff.
Furbog. Is it in this town?
The Merchants Guild, it's where you guys have been, and it's the Furbog lady that you bought all your magical items from.
So yeah, all right, I remember now. Okay, I appreciate your time, lovely lady, and my name is Tyrell, and I'm sure you'll probably be asked more questions later by one of my other staff members, and I'm not going to keep your time up anymore, and you obviously got a lot of things to sort out, and I'm sorry for your shop right now, but we will get back on track. We'll find these perpetrators and we'll fix all this. Not an issue. And I appreciate again, and I'll bid you good day. All right.
So she sort of thanks you for your time and speaking with her, and she sort of nods and sort of goes back into the store.
And then I'm gonna look at the guard. I'm gonna go. You, sir, are wonderful. I appreciate you doing this for me, and I'm not going to take up your time any much longer. I've got things to do, my friend. If you know anything, if you know any leads about who could have done this, please, please, please somehow get a message to me or my members of the team, and we will happily deal with it for you. We are, in fact, adventurers that are looking for work, and it would be great if you did so. But however, I will be doing my own private investigation alongside this, because we have a good friend at stake, as you are aware. All right.
And sort of just nods to you and says, okay, that's fine. And I would like to say the same to you. If you come up with any information, please pass it on and double check with us that it matches with anything we've found. That would be much grateful.
No problem. We'll
And he
do.
sort of and wishes you and sort of just says like just wish you the best and hoping you find your friend and hoping you enjoy the rest of your day. And then just sort of just bids you good day and then sort of like heads off. And after sort of escorting you back through towards your fellows.
I'm going to do the typical, I'm going to have a really sad, droopy face as I walk up to the line of guards, and then I'm going to change it instantly to a nice happy face. And then I'll walk through the guards, and then I can see the party members in front of me.
So?
He's
Was
not
he
there.
in there?
No, he was not there.
Oh, thank Podge. Okay.
So,
Where is he then?
Freyra, can you remember what time you left him there at the tavern?
Do I remember?
It was pushing 11 o'clock.
There you go.
You are very lucky you didn't stay another hour, because then you would have been in probably the same fate. So someone is looking over you. So, um, I have one kind of lead. However, I wouldn't mind asking these residents around here. Is there like a group of like people going, oh no, what's happening? Oh no, Tommy just got bloated up. You know, a group of people just talking about it.
Yeah.
Common crowd.
So as you've now rejoined your party members, there is now like massive a mass crowd sort of people, and sort of the guards of sort of a couple of guards are sort of pushing forward and sort of trying to keep them at bay.
Right.
And you just hear all the like the hushed voices of people sort of whispering and going, "Oh, what the hell happened over there?"
I am going to cast prestidigitation to make my voice boom. I think, is it that or is it thaumaturgy? I can't remember what it was.
Thaumaturgy you can make your voice boom.
Oh, I'll do thaumaturgy because I can do both. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to do thaumaturgy to make my voice sound 3 times as loud. And I'm going to go,
Yep.
excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I need your attention for a minute. We are fully aware that there is a disaster happened here just moments last night. That makes sense. Last night. And I need you to pay attention to what I am going to say. Please let these guards do their job. They are here to investigate and help and protect the citizens of this town. However, I am here to investigate what has happened, who has done this, and I'm going to bring them to justice. I need anyone to come forward if they saw anything suspicious around this tavern. Around midnight last night is the time period that I am more interested in. However, if you do notice anyone that is acting suspicious or asking you questions the day before, then please also come forward. If you have any valid information, there is a reward. I will reward you 2 platinum pieces for any vital information that come up trumps to where they are. And I will give you 2 platinum pieces to assist in any way possible. And then please make an orderly fashion if you have any questions.
I'm going to pat Tyra on the shoulder and go, well, that was much better than what I was going to do. Done.
And I'm going to wait and see if anyone's pipes up.
When you sort of mention platinum pieces, sort of you hear a couple of the platinum pieces.
I know that some people are going to try it
kind of.
on. Yeah, I'm going to be ready for that. Don't worry.
And there, I'm acting very aggressive. Arms folded like he said single line, orderly fashion, please.
You're the bouncer.
I'm the bouncer. And I'm going to keep my wits about me.
I'm going to cast
Someone's got
thaumaturgy
light
again and
fingers.
make it thunder. Make it tremor underneath her.
Pardon me.
Jesus. No, anyone coming up? No.
No one's sort of immediately coming towards you. There are a couple of people that sort of are looking quite scared. As your voice is booming.
I'm gonna.
But apart from that, no one sort of is coming towards you. No one looks like there's a lot of people looking towards you, but no one sort of looks like they're going to approach you.
Yeah.
And not right now.
I'm going to drop the thaumaturgy because obviously I'm seeing it, it's scaring some people, and I'm gonna say.
Hang on, Mark. Can I do a perception on what I know of last night?
What do you mean by it? What's your intentions in the role?
Well, Freya is thinking back to what she saw last night. Can I do a perception of that?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
a memory check is what you're asking.
Yeah.
Intelligence.
How do I do that?
So that would be.
Hang on a minute. I see a great big barrel of gunpowder last night.
There weren't
Say, I don't know. What would that be? History?
History or
Memory
intelligence,
check?
I would think.
Yeah, normally memory I'll put as intelligence.
My computer's being slow again.
Yeah, roll a straight intelligence check.
An intelligence. That's in saving throws thing, just
To
below
the left of that.
constitution, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one. Right? Did that work?
Click it and try.
I thought I did. Computer. This is where it's gonna like
This is
do it
get
4
5
times.
rolls. That's right.
Computer.
That's in
That's in
saves.
saving throws. To the left of that, the big numbers.
Oh shit. Oh shit. No. Oh, that one. Yep. That intelligence. Oh, I don't
So
know.
as you sort of waiting there for sort of Tyrell to sort of return, you're trying to remember back to like after sort of leaving Hal. You don't remember seeing anyone sort of acting shady as you sort of were walking through the streets. There were still people sort of out and about, but no one sort of caught your eyes going like they're definitely shady. They're trying to blow something up. Yes, you sort of made your way from the tavern back to the wagon with and no one sort of really caught your eye of being, as far as you can remember, like acting that sort of shadiness.
Well, I tried.
I'm gonna once Freya's done and I'm done there, I'm gonna say to the group, the people that are looking at me, in my normal voice. I understand this is difficult times right now, and I understand that people are scared, but you can come to me in confidence. There is a caravan just on the outskirts. Please not. I will be there. I'll be there in the next hour. After that hour, I will be looking elsewhere for my friend. So please come. I will do it in strict confidence, and we'll have a private conversation. Thank you. And please let these men have some space. I'm gonna look at the group. I'm gonna go. Let's go and think about this properly. All right, but let's go back to the caravan and discuss tactics and what to do next. Because I have some information I want to share with you guys.
So as you sort of as you're sort of leaving, that's when the PM I've just sent you happens.
You sent me a pin. Ah, yeah, there you have. I'm gonna reply to it.
Oh, why am I drinking that one?
If I reply to this, is that a whisper like like the spell, or am I speaking out loud?
It's just how it's written. So
So the message spell, yeah.
You have no idea if it was the message spell or not.
Well, what I'm trying to say is, if I reply, am I speaking out loud or am I whispering?
How would Tyrell respond to that?
I'm gonna speak out loud. But if the spell
Okay.
allows me, if the spell turns it into a whisper, that sort of thing, I would whisper it to you, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, I'm gonna say, who are you? Please say who this is.
No response.
I can't send a message to someone I don't know.
You as you sort of cast the spell, you get no response. And as soon as the magic fades from your hands, you get a response in your head. Then you do not need a message. You do not need a spell to contact me.
Okay.
I am always listening.
Okay.
And as you sort of hear this voice again, you notice there's a slight shine to your shield.
Oh, hello. Apologise. Didn't realise it was you. Right. Okay. So he's not there, but you can't see where he is. So if the almighty Ares can't see him, then where the hell is he? Excuse my French. Oh, I was going so well until now. I've just hit a brick wall face first. Right, we need to go and let's go and ponder our thoughts for a minute.
Let's go and have
Okay.
a thinky dink, a rinky dink.
Okay. So as you're making your way back to the wagon, Tara, you feel a tug on your cloak.
I have a look.
And you turn around and there's two little children. A boy around sort of 9 or 10, very sort of scruffy looking, looks like an orphan sort of street rat child, with a little girl that's probably about 4 or 5,
I'm
in the sort of same tattered clothes.
gonna go down to their, go on my knee, go down to their level, and we go. Yes, my lovelies, what can I do for you?
Sort of the girl sort of instantly sort of cowers behind the boy, and the boy sort of hands you a note and says, "I was told you to give you this," and then sort of hands it to you. And as soon as he lets go, like you've got it, and he lets go, he grabs the girl and they bolt.
Whoa! Right, I'm gonna shout to the team. I'm gonna watch them. Tell me where they go. And
I was literally just sat down and keep my eye on them.
looking at the note.
Okay.
Nothing creepy about shouting after them and pointing at small children.
Oh shit!
I didn't say
your path
after
goes
them.
where?
I said
I know,
keep
but
an
it's
eye on them.
funny from my perspective.
Plus, I'm probably gonna look around to see if there's anyone shady as fuck that's just given a note to the little kiddies as well.
Okay. So the note it's a very sort of small bit of parchment, and it's written in the same handwriting you found a note in before.
I am now actively looking for someone looking at me right now.
And the note says, "We have your friend. If you want him returned, then meet us." And then it's just blank, like the either the ink's faded as they were writing, or they've not put the location on it.
I'm gonna say, come on, really? You're gonna do this to me right now? You're gonna give me a bloody note and it says where to go. It says meet me somewhere, but doesn't tell me where. I am actively, kicking stones and stuff. I'm looking around, going, "Where are you?
Okay.
Show me where you are."
Okay. Are you showing anyone else the note?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to whoever wants it. Because I'm angry.
I'll grab it and have a look.
Tara don't normally get angry, but he got angry.
Right.
I recognise the handwriting.
So,
Nope, handwriting. It's in common. Handwriting doesn't. It matches the same sort of little bits and notes that Tyrell found in Hal's room.
I'll pass it to Cass.
I'm gonna do
Okay. Cass, as soon as you get handed it, the location where it says "meet us at," there is a word.
oh God.
Say.
And it says "meet us at." Hang on one second. I need to double check my own fucking world before I meet us at hang on. Meet us at Ice Summit.
My stomach. Where is that?
Uh-oh.
Anyone know where that is?
Uh-oh.
I haven't
I know where
seen
it is.
a note.
Do I know where it is?
Do you know on the
What?
map,
What?
top right?
What? Yeah. What if the friend they've taken isn't a friend of Hal? What
Well,
if
it got his
Hal
attention,
is
though.
the friend that was taken? We found the note.
Good idea. That's a good. That's
Good
the.
point.
Yeah. You are
Might
the
not
best
be Hal.
detective ever. You know.
But still don't take us any closer to finding Hal.
I mean, that ice point is a start.
Yeah. It is. I have a lead here as well that we could go and check. It's there was a shady fella hanging around the jewelers yesterday, asking questions about enchantments, and she sent him to the Fairberg lady who does all the enchantments. So he was very shady. He was a typical guy. He didn't want his identity to be shown. So that would be interesting to know any more information about him. But we have a location now.
What's everyone's passive perception?
17.
What?
Ding.
Did you want?
What was yours, Jem? Sorry, 14. Did you say?
No, mine's 15.
15.
Yes.
Cass.
Sorry, I was just getting snacks.
What am I looking
What's
for?
your passive perception?
12.
12.
Yeah.
Farah, do you know what yours is?
Hang on, my computer's being very slow.
That's it. Sean, you still got access to her character change?
12.
Thank you.
Okay.
I've been
My
trying to
computer's
point things
frozen.
out to her.
That's it.
Yeah, no, it's frozen now.
So Ursa and Terra, as you guys are walking and talking, you both sort of instinctively hear like a group of people talking, as you sort of cross paths, and it's sort of group of 4 women, sort of mixed races, and you hear one of them sort of go and saying to another one, going, "It's fun. Don't you find it funny that there's an attack on a out of city little low town like ours? There's an attack on a little pub while half of our guard are gone, and so is our quartermaster. Don't you find that a bit coincidinky?" And as soon as you sort of as you sort of approach, you're sort of on that verge of crossing, and you're sort of looking towards them as you're sort of paying a bit more attention to what they're saying. But the woman that's saying it sort of immediately sort of just stops the conversation, and they don't carry on until they're way gone past you.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Why did it go so quiet then?
We're all thinking
Good
quite heavily right
question.
now.
No, I'm writing my notes down a bit, like just
Yeah, me too.
writing them down.
Yeah. So that happens as you sort of are making your way back, and as you get to the wagon, there is a note, sort of an envelope, sort of nailed to the door.
Oh, for God's sake, that again.
I feel like Hal's going to be parceled from one kidnappers to another
I think he's just dead at this point, to be honest.
No.
Am I though? Am I not? We don't know. Even I don't know. For all you know, For all you know, I could be making a new character right this second.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me, to be fair with you.
I'm not. I've already got one.
I was gonna say, I think I already know who your backup is for this campaign.
Yes,
I don't have a backup.
you're right. You just reminded me I need to tweak his backstory a little.
I'm quite fortunate enough to be able to build something quickly.
Hmm?
Are you actually
What?
dying?
No?
Hello?
Leave it or not, that's up to you.
Sorry, I'm struggling right now. Be on my computer, it's just gone.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Okay, so you've managed to make your way back to the wagon, and there is a sealed envelope sort of nailed to the door to the wagon.
Are we going to touch the letter or something?
Someone read
Yeah,
the letter.
Freira's gonna read the letter.
I'm illiterate.
I'm just looking at the map going, right, how long is that going to take us to get up there?
Freira's
That's a
gonna
better
grab
question,
the letter
Gemma.
and try and read it.
How did I get there?
Yeah. Very quickly
Magic.
from the sounds of it.
Yeah,
I'm
just
a
like
master at reading every other language, but when it comes to common, meh.
yeah, just like how if I am in Ice Summit, how did I get from Everview overnight to there?
Portals.
Maybe. I actually have no
Portal.
idea.
Magic, mate. You can just say, oh yeah, I'm in a new planet. Well, how did you get there? Magic. You can literally use that excuse for anything in
Freira will
D&D.
just take the letter and read it.
Okay. What languages do you speak, Freya?
Good question.
Elven,
Obviously.
for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna
Bottom
say,
left.
obviously Elvish. I'm working on it. Dee, 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 dee. This is where you end up hearing computer. Celestial, Common, Elvish. How do I pronounce that?
Sylvan.
Sylvan?
Sylvan.
That one. There you go.
Okay.
Can I read it?
You can read it.
Hey. Great.
As you sort of, it's got a wax seal on it. You sort of pop the seal, and pull the sort of the note out. Not pull the note out. You sort of unfold it, and sort of the note's there. And as you sort of you're looking at the writing, it looks like the writing's moving as you're trying to read it, and you sort of focus on it a little bit, sort of bit more, and you realize that the letters that would be in common are aren't actual letters; they're like symbols, and you sort of close your eyes, sort of think on it, and like, what kind of languages have symbols as like a means of like language, and it hits you. Celestials don't speak in, don't write in actual languages, like common and elven and dwarven. They write in symbols, and you sort of open your eyes, and as soon as you open your eyes and you have that clarification of it's celestial, you see it clearly, and the note says, says Cassandra.
Oh, that's my name.
We have been trying to get hold of you for 4 weeks.
Being fucking very good at it, they haven't had any letters.
we have tracked your location to this wagon, and we need your help. Sincerely, Lord Magi of Valentine.
What the fuck do they need my help for? I'm useless, me.
And surely we're still after Hal.
And as you, I'm assuming you're passing it off to Cass.
Yeah.
Cass, as you sort of as you're being handed it over, you can read Celestial, can't you?
Sorry?
You can read Celestial, can't you?
I can read every language.
You see it, but then at the bottom, there's like a sort of small line in Infernal, and it's sort of like a private sort of message to you, saying to contact me. Just rip this section off and think of my office.
Okay, I won't do that yet, because if it's what I think it is, I want to find Hal first. Hal is the
Main
priority right now. Yeah. The fucking Lord Magi can wait a minute till I've sorted out my own problems.
That's it. Personal health first.
No, Hal's just the only one I know who can drive the car.
Technically, you could as well.
Oh yeah,
Don't
me.
say that.
Technically, anyone could. They just have to have a horse that trusts them.
Yeah, and you got a horse. You bought one.
You just want to know how much of a thief you need to be.
Yeah, I'm book smart, right? I'm not street smart. If you need me to read anything, I'm your person. But
It would help if I weren't muted. Yeah, on this.
Oh god.
yeah,
Oh.
I was screaming, going, right, stop, deviating, place. How far away it is? We need to go. What do we need? Let's do it. Let's find Hal.
don't know. We haven't found out yet.
Where's this place? Anyone got a map? Put a map down.
That wasn't even for Hal though, was it?
What, I summit?
Hmm. Yeah.
Where we're at the bottom, I summit's right at the top.
Of course it is. That's where the dragon's place is. Shit.
We're quite literally like weeks away from that.
What? How?
Yeah.
Did you not want to play today or something? Is that what?
I don't know, but can I just say it is hilarious to listen.
Good. I
Just
like.
the confusion.
If you're
Yeah, I'm sorry.
If
go
you're,
on,
I was to say, if you're finding this good content, I'm glad. Right.
I'm finding it hilarious.
Oh mate.
Yeah, but you know what happened last week.
I don't. All I know is it was a cliffhanger and that's it.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Whoa. We just ignored something completely here, right? Someone gave them kids a letter to hand to me. They're still here.
little shits. Right, I'm gonna follow them where they went.
Okay.
Let's go.
You're 10 million years behind them, I hope.
Yeah. I'm going to have a proper look around this little town bit because obviously.
Ursa, make a survival check as you're tracking the kids.
Certainly.
I'm gonna actively look while she's doing that, just having a look around.
Perception check then.
Oh, fucking 9. I've got a +5 on that as well.
Fucking 4. So
What?
11.
The fate is
No.
conspiring against you trying to find me, apparently.
And you're lost now. Let's go. Let's just go.
So, Ursa,
No.
you managed to track the the children for sort of good 5-10 minutes, and then you
Yeah.
sort of lose their footing in a crowd.
God dang it.
What if you think about this critically and he isn't at the ice place already, but he's just a night's ride before us? So he's just a night's ride away if we keep up with them.
The thing is, though, if you
or
think
catch up with them.
that's not a bad thought, but the issue is if we go chase something that we do not know where he is.
We don't know this 100% leads to Hal.
No.
This was already in
yeah.
Hal's room, in Hal's locked room.
Plus, everything is screaming magic right now.
Hey.
Explosion, teleportation. Is there like a mages guild here or something?
I am a mages guild boy.
Okay, the closest thing you've got to someone representing the Mages Guild is standing in your party.
Kaz, teleport us there now. Go.
Teleport us where? The only place I can teleport us is to the fucking Lord Magi's personal quarters.
Let's go.
I don't think Hal's going to be knocking around there.
No, that's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. Kaz, you're wonderful. You're beautiful. Right.
I know, but that's what.
Hear me out, right?
What are you trying to say?
So you tear that paper up. We get teleported to this Magi guy who's a very powerful mage, who should be able to give us a bit more insight if we help him. You know, we help him.
Yeah, but the only reason why he gave me this is because he wants something from me.
But then
I don't exactly want to do anything.
But if he wants something from you, then he's got to give something to us, surely. The location of where Hal is. He must have some sort of scry magic.
Take longer than finding him the normal way.
He's got magic that can scry. It could take seconds.
Right. Well, we can do that.
Yeah, but to get
But then
the
who's riding
back?
who's riding the cart? Yeah. Who's got to make the slow journey in the cart?
Well, the thing is,
if it even teleports all of us, it might just take me.
I hate not knowing this shit. Let's figure it out. Right. You.
Investigate.
Kaz, you're amazing. Tell me what it does. Figure it out. Go on, do it.
What?
What's
What are we talking about again?
The paper. Is it going to send us all there? You're a magic.
I don't know. It might not even send all of us.
I thought you were great. Come on.
Make an Arcana check. You have no idea if it will teleport just you or
Oh, shit.
or if it will teleport you anyway.
What's it say? Tear this and do what?
Think of my office. Wait, what if I don't? What if I think of Hal?
Yeah. That's not a bad shout.
That could also get you lost completely.
What if I just picture Hal and it'll take me to him?
This is why I'm not a mage.
But what if that just then makes you go to the middle of nowhere because it had an original meaning to take you somewhere?
I mean, this has happened. We've done this before. We've done this whole teleporting, and it's not gone well. It's gone semi-well.
Yeah.
At first, we don't know. At first, we didn't know why we were teleported there, but it all made sense the longer we were there. So even if we do teleport to somewhere random, surely it's going to be somewhere where Hal has been or is.
What if it just takes you back to his fucking parents' house? He's been there.
Hey, has anyone else got any more logical ideas?
Investigate.
Ursa does not mix right now. She's like,
Why are these all like pondering over how the fuck they're gonna find you? Can you roll me another Constitution saving throw?
Oh no, he's
no.
Yeah, he's dying, which means if he's one end of the map, he's gonna be dead by the time we get there, right?
He might not be though. This could be. This
Okay.
could be like.
You're fine.
What about if he's not gone anywhere?
Bloody still.
What about if he's here still?
What if he's under the
I'm gonna check down the well. I'm gonna walk to the well and I'm gonna look down the well.
Yeah, wells don't seem to go great for us either, to be fair. Seem to have fallen, but okay, jumped down a well and ended up hitting the floor. So
I'm
What
gonna
if you
look
just throw a
down.
torch down there then?
I'm gonna look down, but I'm not gonna lean on the stones because I guarantee you I'm gonna fall in.
Well, you could
I'm
just
just
throw
looking.
a torch down there and hope it goes out in the water.
Yeah, I could do that actually. Have I got a spare
Okay.
torch? I have. Oh,
There's no need to throw a torch down. You look over the edge, and
Oh.
the water is like a foot from the the top.
Oh, that's.
well, if he's down
pretty
there, he's
obvious.
dead. Oh God. If it isn't doors, it's missing people.
If it isn't missing people, it's missing money.
Yeah. No one knows where I am.
it's literally we've been given so many different
You don't even know where you are, Sean.
threads to pull on, and we've all worked out that none of these threads are really gonna
Hang on a minute.
lead to how.
Tyrell.
I mean, you could make a braid.
When did I get the message from Ares? Was that after the kids or before the kids?
That was as you had just finished your thaumaturgy speech.
Alright. I'm gonna say Ares, my main man. Is he on this ice place with the dragons? Do you know? Obviously, you can't see where he is, but do you sense him? Are they lying?
Make a religion check.
Yeah.
I had to think of what a religion was called then for a second.
To be fair, Ares also my friend, my main man.
Hey, there's also another god we can contact. Maybe she'll bring up more answers.
Hey, Ares, there's only one true god. Ares.
Yeah, his name's Odin.
Ares.
Ares.
I normally do all the mental healing and stuff like that, and I might need some after this, my friend. Can you arrange that for me? Damn.
This guy again.
There's no response.
Ares doesn't exist, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Ares does exist. Wash that out your mouth.
Calm down,
It's
sir.
all in your head. It's all in your head.
So if anyone else has a god that they follow, you can
Yeah, I'll
always
speak
try
to
and-
mine. I'll ask if she's
You can speak to Ares.
no, if she knows where Hal has been or could be.
Okay. Make a religion check.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm not good at.
You watch, you'll get good at it.
Doesn't seem to be any response.
Am I missing? Oh, I need to start doing guidance more often, because that's quite handy. Am I missing something? What am I missing? No.
I'm not gonna get anything.
Could I ask the Fae for guidance? Because I help them.
What do we...
Only if you've got a way of communicating with fake creatures.
Just figuring out.
I think this is the only way we're gonna fucking do it, to be honest.
What do we know about Hal? Did he have any enemies? What was it? Why was he coming here to meet? You know, that sort of thing. Do we know anything special about him?
He's a dick.
No, I wouldn't say a dick. I'm more like a coward.
Glad he's not here to hear us say that.
I have a thing that I quickly.
Someone roll me 65 million d12s, and it will take psychic damage for insulting someone.
Okay.
I was joking.
I want to roll it.
Dead 20 times over.
Can I make a quick comment? This
Yeah.
would have come up in a conversation when Hal showed the letter. I believe Ursa asked if Hal follows any gods.
I think I did.
Oh,
Oh, I got higher than you.
oh.
Do you
Whoa.
remember what I said?
Uh,
I don't know if this would help, but it might.
Jesus
I
Christ.
can't even remember what happened yesterday.
Louise, you weren't told.
Hang on.
Oh, thank goodness.
I don't know if this will help. I don't know if Mark's silently looking at my character, thinking, "Can I kill him yet?"
I think. Oh, do you know, I think you
Please,
you did,
no.
didn't you? But I can't remember what you said.
And I live for
Right.
the chaos.
Right. I will not deem it as
Loki.
metagaming if you retell her.
Loki.
No, not
No.
Loki. But I was saying that as Sean. I accidentally moved myself to a different channel. Never mind. Did you say you won't class it as metagaming?
No, I won't class as metagaming if you retell her who your god is. Because at least you're giving them a hint. If they need help.
I think I can't remember which one it is. Flora? Fauna? Which one is it? The animal one.
The
I
can't remember the difference.
Flora is plants, fauna is animal.
Fauna, and in your world it's Diana, isn't it?
Yeah, Diana.
Okay.
Is
Those
the
two.
goddess of the hunt.
More silence.
They're digesting the information.
Good.
That means nothing to me. I'm sorry.
You were talking about talking to gods.
Yeah, I'll mention that to the rest of the party that how's God
I've got to go for a minute.
okay. I mention it to Freyra, seeing she's part of the Fae. Did you say or you're in relation?
I was given my warlock powers because of the Fae.
Okay. And I shall relay that. I'm sure she knows anyway, but I shall relay that like as in remembrance of Hal's god is fauna. No, it isn't. What was it? A fauna god.
Fauna and
Diana.
Fauna and Diana.
Yeah.
Maybe you could have links to them.
Does
Maybe
that
they're
mean anything
Fae
to me?
like?
Mark, does that mean anything to me?
Just that there are two gods from the pantheon of gods.
Yeah, no, that doesn't mean anything to me either.
And one of them is the goddess of animals, and one of them is a goddess of a holiday that is quite coming up quite close, called the Hunt.
Right. How close? Do I know how close?
You're about a week out now to the beginning of the season.
Maybe I could suggest that to try and. But no. I'll bring it up that we're close to it, but not. I don't understand how that would fit into anything else. So I hope someone else can. Anyone?
This is not very good for gods.
I'm good with one.
We're a week away from a festival of one of Hal's gods, and Hal has gone missing.
Oh, maybe he's going to be part of it.
Yeah, but why would everything be exploded then?
I don't know.
Everyone make a history check.
Oh god. Or he was going to be a part of it, and someone didn't want him to be.
Character sheet keeps going all fuzzy for some reason.
I've not been doing anything, and I've seen that a few times. The fuzzy sheet.
Yeah.
It's a bit confusing.
It actually clicked.
Right.
Bloody change.
The only one that actually knows anything about the festival is Cass. You rolled a 15. Cass, you sort of recall that the festival of the hunt, it's a sort of 4 week long festival. Sort of just it happens just before like the sort of the winter like season actually fully kicks in and goes into like the mid just before the middle of the season. Sort of like kind of like how we have like Halloween before Christmas. Obviously, so we get that holiday just before. That's what that sort of kind of thing is. It's sort of that holiday just before the winter solstice holiday actually kicks in. And it's the sort of a holiday where hunting is legal. All hunting is illegal. You can go and hunt like any animal, and you won't get like reprimanded for it. Kind of like like the purge, like where all killing is legal for one night. Like that's what the hunt is, but it's all like beast and animals. So if you wanted to go hunt fucking gigantic spiders or a fucking gigantic minotaur or whatever, you can go do it. And you sort of recall that in your studies of sort of necromancy magic and stuff, a lot of cultists in the Dark Ages used to actually, in the time of like the season of the hunt, would actually use it for time of hunting people.
What? The purge.
They would like you sort of remember that people would like gather people from all over the continent and put them in one place and let them loose, and whoever survived the night was allowed to go free. The rest of them were all hunted and killed on site.
It's a bit brutal.
Sean, you
So are
better
we
stay
thinking that
alive.
he's been taken to be part of it then?
Sounds like it.
Because that's what I'm thinking.
Sounds
Do I
So
know where,
there's-
would I at least know where this hunt is? Like where it takes place?
But what's with the
it's
we have your friend
been
notes then?
it's been sort of in the Dark Ages when it was sort of was like happening quite like frequently during the hunt, the season of the hunt. It was a lot of places. It was either in like very dense forest lands, over on Farmir. It was over in like in the actual deserts where it was easy enough to spot them because it was just open desert land. And some people liked using like the really harsh like climate mountains, as it made them move slower because of the harsh climate.
We're back to this.
Narrow it down. Right, so speculation is he's taking part. He's been forced to take part in this hunt.
Yeah.
Where, we don't know.
Probably somewhere hard to get to.
Yeah, probably nowhere a stone's throw away from it.
But it also doesn't make sense why they're saying, like, giving out these notes saying, we have your friend.
I think that's just
Unless
a completely
it's
different...
Unless it's a way to try and get more people into the game.
I don't know. I think Hal's just hiding something from us. More than... I don't really think it's relative.
Yeah. So what are you guys gonna do?
Don't. a solid thing to go off, we can speculate that he's part of the hum.
Ares said that he can't see him, so he must be somewhere buried.
Or not on this plane.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. So maybe
Again, we still wouldn't be able to.
it might be beneficial if we
Find
go
him.
see your magic guy. Do you know planar
Yeah.
travel? I don't.
No.
The wizards tend to be quite knowledgeable on histories and stuff like that.
Yeah, should we see what happens? Should we see if we can get it?
You tear that bit of
If
paper in
we can-
half. And
Yeah,
that's,
I recommend we all hold on to it at least. So
that's like a voodoo doll of Hal's heart. So as you tear it in half, you kill him.
Yeah, but which part would you hold on to? Would you hold on to the main letter or
I don't know.
the part
Or
The
even
part that
has
we rip.
the-
or even hold on to someone who's holding on to it. You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cass, make an Arcana check. I'll give you some help. Okay, so as
Or
you
like
sort of looking over, as you are looking over the letter, the bit that is at the bottom sort of section where it's ill and infernal, that is just screaming teleportation magic.
What?
So do we all hold that?
Do you tell me that it's an infernal?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a deep, dark language.
Hey, it's my language. It's my mother tongue.
Well, your mother's tongue is dirty.
Lovely.
The girls that I saw in your room last night.
Yeah, I
Tyrell.
wouldn't be.
Woohoo.
They spoke many languages, mainly ooh,
Hello.
and how do you like this? Yeah, that sort of thing.
I was gonna say all the language of love. Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Bum chicka wow wow.
Says you. Yours cost you 400 gold. You must have had a good time. Right, this is the only thing we've got really to do.
This is the only thing we can do right this second. So let's do this right this second.
There's like other things we could go and do, but that's all it is, just talking and getting nowhere. That's all it is.
Yeah. So let's do that. Let's all hold on to this thing while I rip it. Or hold on to me, either.
I will
or
hold on to
both.
Kaz.
Yeah, watch your hands.
My hands are watched. I'm watching my hands.
Right, anyone else gonna fucking hold on before I rip this shit?
So,
Fucking
so you
drink.
hold on to Cass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ate magic.
Alright, let's go. I'll rip it.
Well, you ate magic.
I ate it.
Have I got anything to rip? Oh, actually, I've got a receipt here I can rip for effect.
Oh
There you go.
God, save me.
Okay, so Cass, as you rip the bottom part of the letter that's written in infernal, what are you thinking of?
The office, the quarters, Lord Magi's quarters,
Tyrell, that's what you're
office,
thinking
whatever
of.
you are.
DM Hunt, DM hint. What are you thinking of?
What I was told to.
Think of how.
Well, if I was told to think about something, I'm thinking of something.
No, think of how.
Alright, I think of how.
Yeah,
Watch we're against us, ready?
Think of how.
We're all
go on.
dead.
Think of how.
We hit a... Yeah. I'm
Oh.
thinking of how.
Popular vote.
Who could do a pigeon noise?
Woohoo.
Rip the fucking out!
And watch, now we're all in some random plane where we don't know how to get back from.
Go to hell.
No. Right. On the serious note, are you thinking of the head of the school or thinking of how?
Well, I don't know, because I was told to think about going to the head of the school, but am I wrong in that? Should
Well-
I be thinking of Hal?
Well, you
Think of
you
how.
thought of that earlier, and you thought that's a bloody good idea though, but you were worried that it weren't going to take you where you wanted to go.
Exactly.
And you
Whereas
said,
at least I know if I think of the Lord Magi's quarters, it's going to take me there.
yeah, but what do you think of this Lord Magi?
I don't know. He's my boss, I guess.
Is he a dick?
Oh yeah.
About as dicky as a boss can be.
Well then, so let's
Not
figure
exactly
how.
my favourite person,
Let's figure how then.
Yeah, just go to Hal.
He'll send you another one
Just go to Hal.
to say you accidentally thought the wrong thing.
but okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, yeah, let's think of Hal.
Just blame it on us. It's fine.
Hal's steamy button.
Okay, so as you are all sort of holding on to Cass,
Have you watched Deadpool?
Cass, you sort of you rip the bit of the bottom part of the note off, and then you rip that in half. As you sort of rip that in half, and you think of Hal, and with a blinding flash of purple arcane energy, you're all sucked into a void of darkness. And you feel the wind tearing at your face like you're in the middle of a fucking hurricane. And light reaches your eyes again as you're thrust forward, landing on a floor in a cell room with Hal chained in the cage.
Found him!
Yay.
Found him!
Well, we got him.
I'm
And
gonna look around.
if I can, hang on. Let me try and scroll to.
Gonna make sure
This
there's
is a
no
lot harder
guards.
to do on a tablet.
Is it
Yeah.
me or is it really hot?
It's very hot.
I would say, is this in character or in real life?
It's in real life.
Hands on max blow.
Yeah.
And it's like touching.
Oh, hang
What's
on.
my case?
Bernie.
Okay, I gone back to somehow for some reason gone back to the home screen of Roll20. That's what it is.
50 degrees.
50 degrees? What?
Yeah, my GPU's at 50 degrees and it's
Ah.
currently on 0% usage.
Let me have a look at mine.
Don't know how to check mine.
I got a special program to
Ah.
check mine.
I use Nitro Sense.
Right, let's have a look.
I'm gonna put it on stream. There you go, it's on stream. So my CPU is running at 2,912 RAM GPU. I'm running at 54%. At 54%. Is that right? If I
Can't
hit,
even see what
Bloody
mine is now.
idea.
Oh, there you go. My CPU's at 8% load and it's at 43 degrees.
if I hit max,
GPU at 3% load
that's now
at
running
50.
at 5,200. My CPU.
Oh, yours is actually running at 5.2. I can't get mine to run at 5.2 for some reason.
Must be some settings somewhere. I'll look up.
So, Mark,
Yeah, 1 second. I've just had to reload it back into the stream.
I tell you, the CPU percentage is usage, right?
Yeah.
64% now. I have a lot of things happening because I'm streaming, so it's doing a lot of things.
Mine's doing nothing. Mine's just got YouTube and Roll20 open. But for some reason, I don't know what it is. It might be the heat actually. It's just
I'm on
completely
high
ruined my
performance as
in-case
well.
lighting.
I'm on high performance as well. I'm on alternate current, which means I'm plugged into the mains. So.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Cool boost.
Hey.
I could go to cool boost. See what it does.
Can't even. Oh, my lights are broke, man.
Oh, 0. The fans have stopped.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's supposed to be a cool boost, so surely it should be doing something else, right? Oh no, it's started up now. 2,300 now. I've got some mega graphics card in this because it's got a fat ass. And if I click max, You can hear it proper go.
My liquid is at 39 degrees. That's quite warm.
I want a liquid.
Ugh.
I really do. But they screwed me over. They said, "Oh no, you can't have it." Oh, whatever.
Oh, mine's just an AIO. Mine's fine. Yeah, you get better performance with fan anyway.
Anyway.
Marginally. Because liquid takes longer to cool down.
Yeah.
Whereas when you got fans, all you gotta do is kick on and it cools down.
Yes.
Yeah, my fucking pump is going at it.
Oh, we got a black screen.
Dun dun dun.
Let me have a. I got 12 views on my YouTube of Sunday night's game. I've got a total of today, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Where are you? Give me the numbers, please. Thank you. 139 views.
Nice.
Okay there, Mark.
It went dead quiet to the point I couldn't hear anyone.
Ah,
With,
people were talking.
with one follower gained today.
Yeah, so what can you guys see?
A black
Nothing.
screen.
Black.
Green.
Okay.
Running at 3,500 kilobits.
Your connection to the server has been interrupted. Back off.
See,
What do I say?
you just followed me, didn't you,
Fuck
John?
off.
Yeah.
I can't. My pings are not working. I don't know why. It should come up and go, John, who streams, has followed you. That's not doing it. Might have to play around with it.
Probably the layers. Depends on the layer.
Because at the moment, if you look underneath my camera, you've got a new follower and it's got Phil.
Yeah.
That was ages ago. I've got 2 followers today. Thank you. I followed you anyway.
Yeah, you followed me ages ago, I think.
Yeah. We can host each other now. Got 100.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. I can do that right now.
I've got 139 views now, thanks to you, John. And it'll be going. This will be going up on YouTube probably tomorrow morning when I've edited it and see if I've got any copyright issues. Which I shouldn't do because we haven't listened to any music.
Someone quick, sing a copyright song
Yeah.
for more than 5 seconds.
No, thank you.
Hello.
Oh,
Is
also,
this
there you
me
go.
you're looking for?
I'll sing of Adele.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. Now you're in my auto host list, so I should.
Right, how do you set that up? Because I want to do it.
So if you go on to if on the top right on Twitch,
Yeah.
click on channel,
Channel.
and then
I'll mute myself.
customize channel on the right.
Hang on. Customize channel, where are you? Not sure where we're looking at here. I'm on channel, so I'm seeing my channel, yeah?
Yeah.
I got my stream currently, which I'm active now. I've got my
Yeah,
chat,
and then
chat
so
to the right.
where your name is,
Get bits.
directly to the right of that,
Where my name
where
is.
it says like where it would usually say follow and stuff.
No, I might have a different screen to you then.
You're actually streaming, so I can. Oh, that's not you. That's you.
I just clicked on create a dashboard, so I'm on channel.
Yeah.
Hang on.
You could
then-
see where you are now.
Oh yeah.
In the game.
Oh, that's how in the cage.
Can you place yourselves on the 4 center squares in the middle, in the front?
I'll host you later.
Right
You can help me out.
there. You can see me pinging. I can't see.
Oh dear, what are these? We need some battle music.
How do I do that?
We're gonna go into it.
Go in
where
where
you
your name
in
is, and then drag your
yeah,
name.
in your journal where your character sheet is, if you just click and hold your name and then drag it onto the map, it'll bring your character token on.
Hey.
There you go. And then all you gotta do is just center yourself a bit more. Okay, so yeah, you are literally like thrust into darkness. Feels like the wind is hitting your face at like 4 billion miles per hour, and you have blinding white light, and then you hit solid concrete flooring, and you're in a prison cell with Hal in a gigantic cage, strung up in the middle of it, looking slightly worse for wear.
Is he conscious or unconscious?
Half and half.
I'm gonna go and can I touch him through the cage?
You can certainly try.
Go there. And... Titties.
Something. Too late.
I would like to touch him.
Okay, as soon as you put your hand through the bar,
Yeah.
the
gonna
bar
hurt?
turns into razor sharp nothing, and you can touch that. Because I really thought I'd be really mean and put Hal inside his favorite monster that he likes fighting one-on-one with.
I'm going to cast
Put him inside a mimic.
that just in case he is dying.
He looks like he's on was recently passed out and sort of on that sort of verge of slightly losing consciousness and still awake.
Well, then I'll
Like
do
hockey stage.
I'll do one of them. I'll do one bonus action. I'm going to use a healing light dice, which gives me a d6, please. Why are you not rolling it? So be moon. Alright, you gain.
Mark, question: was this favourite monster a gelatinous cube or something?
No, you remember when you was in the like a ruined sort of castle thing, and you went and found a chest by yourself and turned into a
Oh
mimic,
yeah, I remember now.
and then decided to
Mimics.
fight it one-on-one.
Mimics.
Because I think that's what 2 or 3 times that you fought a mimic by yourself.
No, that's the only time.
I'll do it twice, so 4, 5, 6. So 7 HP to Hal. See if that wakes him up.
As soon as you sort of pump the sort of your healing light into him, you sort of see this sort of green glow in his veins up the side of his neck.
Oh, I don't like the look of that.
Green glowing what?
Sort of like in where his like vein lines are on the side of his neck, it's sort of pulsing green, like.
Oh shit! Yeah, he's been poisoned.
Oh, can I tell that? Can I tell if he's afflicted by something?
You're proficient in medicine, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Yeah, you'd be able to tell that sign of poison.
Alright, okay then. Then I'm going to do this then. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Give me. The funny thing is, I'm doing all this.
Try and get him back to at least he's awake, and I can deal with getting him out.
Yeah. Boom. I touch you to remove poison.
Okay. So as you touch Hal again, sort of the glowing, sort of vein-like, thing sort of just fades into nothing.
Nice. And then I'm going to try and gently wake him. Gently wake him. Go on, Hal. Wake up.
Okay.
Be a man.
Is he chained to the thing?
Yeah, he's suspended in the middle of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast knock on whatever it is holding him up, or like the
Nice.
chains.
Okay. So you cast knock on the sort of the chain manacles, and Hal drops, lands sort of 2 feet off the ground onto his knees. And as you land, Hal, you are awoken into consciousness.
How you doing? How you doing?
We found you.
What you doing? What
Well,
doing
this was a very good little, drunken trip that you got yourself into, isn't
What have you
Where
done?
am I?
it?
Where's my stuff?
What did
We
you,
don't know, and we don't know.
What did you do? Did you blow up a tavern?
I
Frankly,
don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know what I blew up.
Insight check.
Okay, you really think he's lying to you inside?
I don't know what I don't know.
No, I don't. He's too.
Yeah,
he's
but
too
I know
much of a
that you
goon.
don't know that you don't know what I don't know.
But I don't know that you don't know that he
What?
don't know that you don't know that I don't know that he don't know.
Anyway,
And I don't know because
No
nobody
one
tells me
knows.
nothing.
yeah, Hal's going to ask, why am I in a cage? What happened?
I don't know. Maybe you were able to shed some light on this.
Yeah,
Can I?
we literally don't know.
Can I, Mark?
I don't know how we're
You-
here.
The last thing you remember is darkness, cold, and something hitting you in the back of the head.
I have no idea how I got here. 1 minute I was in a nice warm tavern, lots of light. Then it's cold and dark, and I've got something hitting me around the head. Now I'm
Oh,
here.
You know what that tells
As
me?
you stand up in the cage, Hal, you feel a very sharp pain in your sort of left side, just above your kidney.
Nah,
Oh, lovely.
pain.
Oh no! Did they take his organs?
Oh, is it alien?
Have I lost a kidney?
No,
To the bottom of
you
it.
you've got a nice, lovely sort of stab wound with little green liquid drawn out of it.
I'm gonna cure wounds myself.
I could have done that for you.
6 healing.
As you sort of cast your magic, the wound heals up. The green
Not
little
fully healed.
liquid, the green liquid sort of like sort of pours down to a little tiny drop and then vanishes. But you are currently in like whatever you would wear underneath your actual armor.
Just,
Oh,
just a shirt, some trousers.
Loincloth.
That too. So that's underneath his trousers.
Hopefully he didn't seal the green liquid in.
I've been
No.
cured.
Wait, I'm confused. Well, if he's locked in a chain in a cage, why is there like no one here protecting him or guarding him?
Can I just try the door to the cage, just like on an off chance it's
Yeah,
unlocked?
it's unlocked. This has happened many times.
yeah.
Quite
You
forgotten.
try the cage door and it is locked.
Oh, I'm gonna have to burn a level 2 now, ain't I? Has anyone got
Can he squeeze through the bars?
Nope.
Yeah,
anyone got
sir.
thieves'
Ah.
tools?
You'll rip the shit. Break him.
I literally can burn another knock. I won't lose anything from doing it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast another knock on the door. Just
Okay.
my level 2s are all
Really?
utility spells, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna,
Lord.
while he's doing that, I'm gonna turn around and actually have a look at the fucking zombie things.
Yeah.
They are
I thought they were
chained
pillars.
skeletons.
Oh, chained skeletons. Right, they're chained, yeah? That keyword there, chained? Cool.
As far as you can tell, they're chained. Yeah.
I just thought they were pillars for a while.
What the hell did I get up to last night?
I don't know, you got into serious trouble.
I
I
didn't
left
do
you
anything.
alone for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
didn't
right.
do anything.
So yeah, you cast knock. The whole like door section of this cage has like a slight blue shimmer to it. and the shimmer fades to nothing, and the door like pops itself open.
Hey, do I see my stuff anywhere, or was that just left in the cage with me?
No,
That would be
it's just
silly.
no. You've got an empty cage with just the chain that was hanging you off the ceiling of it, and 4 skeletal humanoid figures attached to the wall by chain.
I would get out of that cage within 10 minutes.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. What was about a cage?
Oh, get out in the next 10 minutes. Yeah,
And
there you go.
the door.
As he's stepping out, can Hal try to summon his sword using what's it called?
Your weapon bond.
Soul weapon.
You try and call for your sword, and for like about a minute or two, nothing's happened, and all of a sudden a spark of energy appears in your hand, and your magical lightsaber handle sword is there.
Thank you.
So you have a sword,
Congratulations.
but
I have a weapon.
but no armor of any sort.
Okay then.
You're no longer in just top
No, I
and
have.
trousers.
I'm just in clothing, but no armor, no nothing.
Nope.
Yeah, you're no longer just in clothing. You've now got a weapon.
Let's go find the way
wait,
out
I
here,
actually
please.
might. Hold on. I might have a thing. It'll be very small if I do have one.
Whoa.
A thing.
I don't. Sorry. I thought I might have had some sort of like
I
light
thought
armor.
Yeah.
thought this is where Cass was going to reveal that she's not really Cassandra. Her name's really Kevin.
Eh?
Yeah.
Don't bother
Hal,
me.
Hal's going to be like, can we leave now? I don't like this anymore.
Yeah, but
Anymore? You like
unfortunately
being
we
unconscious?
we have to leave the old-fashioned way.
You mean the non-rip a contract in half
Yeah.
magical bullshit?
Yeah, I think the Lord Magi is going to be pretty pissed with that. But
Well,
Can I
no,
try the door?
just say you had an accident, you know?
You can try the door.
I just say I didn't
Someone
get a
else
message.
ripped it in half.
It's not locked.
I open the door and step through.
Okay. As you step through the door,
Wait, don't run away from us. We fucking.
right in front of you, on the far end of the room, is a table with a humanoid figure hunched over the table.
Oh.
Do I know this figure?
And you cannot see him. They're like heads faced into the table.
He's asleep. Well, I don't know. Knock would have woke him up if he was asleep. This is not good.
Yeah.
Dead.
As you
Says
are,
it's staying where she is.
as you start approaching the humanoid figure that is slumped over, Cass, you can see that there is a dagger, like stabbed right in the middle of the shoulder blades.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
How?
Should I have a look?
Yeah.
Did you lock yourself in the cage?
Should I have a look?
And I chained myself up.
Can I do the doctor investigation thing?
If you
Medicine check. Yeah, he is dead.
it'd be investigation and medicine check if you want to determine how you use that.
I'll investigate as well. I'm interested.
Can I just look around for my stuff so that I have my armor?
Probably in his
yeah, investigation check.
10.
Besides the desk, there doesn't seem to be anything else in this room.
Damn it.
This is where you really hope you actually see it instead of just walking past it.
So as the body is, the humanoid figure is dead as a dodo. Cause of death is the stab wound. Is either one of you going to pull it out
I am.
as part of their investigation check?
I am.
Okay. As you pull the dagger out, it's there's no like guard. It's just like a handle and then the blade, and the blade is one of those sort of really like sort of weird sort of curly blades that sort of looks like
Kukri.
Chris or something.
Crick.
Or-
hang on, let me just I freehand it on the map. So the blade sort of has that
Crick or
weird
dagger
like
sort of thing.
sort of jaggedy edge thing. Sort of goes wee.
Oh, okay.
Looks like kind of looks like an ice cream sort of wave. If that makes sense. And that's, by the way, that's stuck on the map because I can't actually I can't get rid of it. So you've now got a weird wiggly line across the center.
No, just a pattern in the tiles.
Yeah. Yep.
As your investigation cast like searching the body, or was it to help in?
I was just looking the area, the body, the desk.
Okay.
If there was anything on the desk. I'm just investigating the general area.
The body's got no sort of pouches on them, no other weaponry on them. Has like a sort of like a key hoop for like a set of keys, but all the keys are gone. And the desk drawers are all open, and all the sort of contents are missing. There's no
Is there
contents.
anything around here that can give me an idea of if this person belongs to a faction or a particular area of?
Just get into that part. As you sort of helping sort of Tyrell sort of move the body, you sort of it's the figure is wearing black armor, and so as you sort of like help Tyrell sort of lift it sort of to sit upright in the actual chair, on the front of its armor is a symbol of a. Hang on, let's see if I actually still have that said symbol in my notes. Sorry, I can't. Where is it? Would it be archive handout? Archive handout. Restore that one. No, I don't want that. I want that one. Really? That's a load of fucking good. I did not delete the picture at all, I swear.
Okay.
So it's so the symbol is a sort of a pentagram star, but it's just a star, and then there's an angel wing on the left side, a sort of a demonic devil style like wing on the right side, a halo floating above it in the center, and sort of hellish like purple fire underneath it.
As soon as they lift the body, and I see the front, do I recognise this person?
As you sort of get a better look, it looks like the bartender.
Uh-oh.
That's the bartender. That's what?
What?
That's the last time I trust the bartender.
Huh?
But the face sort of resembles him, but it doesn't at the same time.
Maybe it's a brother?
Father, son, something.
Yeah.
I can't come to any
A
conclusion
relative.
with this symbol.
Mark, are these
Terrell, do you know anything about the symbol?
doors around the room?
Do I know anything
The-
about
Sorry?
symbol?
Are the thicker, sticky outlines doors?
Yeah, the ones that are like at a slight angle, they're just that was my remembrance. That's the doorway.
Okay, Hal's going to go up to this door and call Ursa over for backup. He's going to open one slowly and peek through. And depending what he sees, he will go through. He's not going through the door. He refuses to go through the door.
As you
I
sort of
don't
look
wanna
through the
help
door,
someone else in a cave.
you see sort of two more sort of skeletal figures sort of chained to the wall, and another sort of similar cage that you were in, and there is a humanoid figure sort of hanging by one arm, very sort of like sunken in skin to the face, and it's just sort of one arm's like hanging,
Okay,
but
so
not
not
attached
exactly
to
a
anything.
zombie.
But it's not attached to anything, and the face is just sort of staring at you, just going. Arr,
Oh, it's a zombie.
arr.
Uh,
I'm going to close the door.
yeah.
I'm just going to ignore that one. That's a zombie. Don't mess with a zombie.
Er. These are one big doors, or are they two separate? I'm assuming.
That's one. It's a double door.
Are we making our way downtown?
Walking fast.
Faces. Can't remember the
And
words.
you're homebound.
Faces past.
And your homebound.
Diddly-diddly-diddly.
I'm assuming we open the door now.
Okay. You grab the handles and pull, and it is locked.
Oh,
Ursa? Oh, Ursa.
keep it as a last resort.
I'll act. I would like to axe the lock if it's visible.
There is no sort of keyhole to this
Oh.
door.
Break it down.
I'm taking
Smash
one
it
door
in.
down with me then.
Yeah, just walk through the door. No
Kool-Aid person.
one said anything about open the door. Just walk through the door.
Saying that, is the door definitely locked? Is there a handle to pull it?
Yeah, there's two handles on each door, on each door, and as Hal sort of shakes the door, try and pulling it open, and it just
Push.
doesn't move.
Push the door.
Yeah, push it.
Push the door, and it does the same thing.
Push the
Pull
Bang out
one
the burn.
handle,
Bang out
push
the
the
burn.
other.
I'm going to just literally knock on it. No magic, no nothing, just knock.
Okay, normally knock on the door, and there is no answer.
Right, I'm gonna knock on the door now.
Hello, darkness, my old
Oh.
friend. Come to you again.
I'll try it.
Uh,
That's my last level 2. Yeet.
just one second. I'm just reading the spell to see if it would work on this door. So the thing is, I don't know if this spell would work on this type of door, because so the lock mechanism is not like lock and key. It's one of those old school doors where it's like the big giant 2x4 on the opposite
Yeah.
side.
I
Would that still
believe
work?
I
if
mean,
the
as long
target
as it's
is held by a Monday lock, or it is stuck or barred, it becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred. So it's released.
The old school bar systems is basically called barring a door. You barred it. So that's part of the knock is so broken.
It isn't exactly broken.
Yeah.
No, not for a level 2 spell. Not at this level.
If
I've just
Right,
burnt
so-
all of mine, just getting him out, down, and out this door.
if you've got a cave
Okay.
in behind the door, you can open it.
Yeah, but here's the
So-
thing. How often is that needed?
Yeah, but if you've got a cave in behind the door, you still have the cave in.
Not really.
Wouldn't clear the cave in.
Okay. So, Cass, as you cast the spell, you hear this gigantic thud of like a 2x4 hitting the ground behind the door. The doors slightly crack open.
There you go. You can open the door.
Tries the door again.
I shall try the door again.
Okay. As you both take over the door and you pull it open, the doors open towards you, and you all instantly get hit with cold, freezing cold air,
That's chilly. Oh,
and you get
How's
slapped
not
in the
winter
face.
closed?
And you get slapped in the face by a lot of snow.
Oh
Tuh.
god.
no angels, anyone?
How's
Is it
not in his
cold?
winter clothes?
Yeah, Sean,
Anymore.
remember you look for your clothes
Yeah.
in this room, but not the room with the random person in a cage.
The random zombie in a cage.
Yeah. Or even in your own room.
I thought I did.
No, you
Go
look
on
in your cage.
now.
Hal's going to quickly dash off to his room, the one he came from, and do a quick check for his stuff.
Okay.
Anything?
Can you just go to the doorway?
Oh no.
Yeah. No, I don't want to take the cage as well. No, I don't want to take the cage as well. I don't want to take the cage as well.
Just take the
I just-
cage, it's fine.
I just want to move the zombo skeleton. Right. So as you sort of like re-enter the door, the skeletal figures are moving slowly around the room, but they have no arms. They're just literally just armless and just sort of mindlessly walking in like a semi sort of circle pattern around the sort of room, bumping into the walls, not really paying attention to what's going on.
From the doorway, can I see any of my stuff, or is that a no?
Make a perception check, see if you can see it.
7.
You see nope.
My passive is higher than that, unfortunately.
Does your passive beat 15?
My in is 15.
You still see nope because there's actually nothing in there. Oh,
Okay,
it's just being a
good.
dick.
Okay, I will just close the door and say, the skeletons are walking.
Great. Great.
He's going to rush over towards the
Got
desk
another
and
door.
just search around the desk.
We have another.
There's 4 drawers in the desk, and they're all open, and there is nothing in them.
No, I said around the desk. Like, is it? You know where you put your legs?
Yeah.
Sometimes people put stuff there. That's what Hal's checking. Like, has
Footwell.
his stuff been pushed into the footwell?
There is nothing in the footwell besides the dead man's feet.
Hal's going to the zombie room.
Okay.
Reluctantly. Quite obviously reluctantly. Go to this.
And he's just
Okay,
running around with a sword in his hand, like a nutter.
As you sort of reopen the door, the skeletons in this room are moving, but they're still fixed to the wall. And you get as you sort of look further in, make another perception check. And see if it beats your passive.
I was there. I clicked it, but nothing happened.
Your passive beats it. That's fine. We'll go with your passive. Sort of as you sort of notice them, the skeletons are fixed to the wall still. You sort of glance towards the zombie. You notice that the zombie is wearing a lot of familiar clothing.
Hal's just going to storm off into the room.
Seems that he's walked in and knowing what I know that's in there, I'm just going to stand at the door and go, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Hal's just crossed his arms, looking at the zombie like, now how do I get that stuff back?
I've got an idea.
But yeah, the zombo is wearing your boots, is wearing your armor, is wearing your braces, your gloves, your mask, your bag, your quiver. So everything you own is on this zombie.
Right, I'm going to try something, if that's all right.
Oh God, no! Hal's
Confident
gonna
behind
Hal's
them,
gonna have a
yeah.
look. Yeah, if you look at Hal's had a look of panic on his face all of a sudden.
Why?
Does the face look like hell?
The face of the zombo looks a lot like Hal.
Shit.
Oh God.
Fuck.
How do we know you're the real Hal?
Yeah,
I
Hal.
don't know.
How do I
don't
know
know.
you're the real Hal? I'm going to hold my shield up in the air and I'm going to say some words to Ares and I'm going to turn undead.
Okay. As you turn undead, the skeletons behind you turn to dust. And the zombie inside the cage just sort of turns his head like full 180 and just starts trying to walk away, but can't go anywhere.
Okie dokies. That one's a little bit more powerful.
Hal's gonna just pinch himself, trying to wake him up, and wake himself up.
You pinch yourself, it hurts.
Hal, tell us something that we would know about you that someone else wouldn't know.
You love Cass.
What was the note under your bed?
That's not
What
the real.
note?
That's not the real Hal.
I was like, Hal doesn't know anything about a note.
This is going to go, "What colour are my eyes?" And she's going to shut her eyes.
Green?
They're
don't know.
blue. You're not the real Hal. No, I'm just fucking with you.
You know when we decided to do the orcs, we found the orcs in the forest, and you did something silly. What did you do?
I did not understand a word you said there.
Right,
Oh,
so when we were fighting the orcs
Oh,
for the first
orc.
time,
I thought you said orps. Like,
right? Yeah, and
Okay.
What, Brame?
you did something silly. What did you do?
I went off on my own,
Yeah,
pulled one out of a tree. I shot. Wait, was this the first or second time?
first time.
Oh yeah, I started walking off, trying to get their attention.
ooh, me next. I got one.
And you fell out of the tree, didn't you?
I didn't tell you that.
I was gonna say,
You didn't
I was
notice.
gonna say that's what I thought. I thought that was where you were going for him falling out, but yeah, you
I
didn't.
don't think I ever said anything about falling out a tree.
No.
Oh, I thought we knew.
One.
It,
I got one. I got a good one. The real Hal would know how late we were, or how early we were to arrive.
3 months.
3
Are you
months.
telling you the truth?
Insight check.
Am I telling the truth?
Inside joke, then. If you think he's bullshitting you, tell.
Can I incite myself here?
I thought it was more than that, but
He is telling you the truth. It's 3 months.
okay, I believe him.
I have a question. I still have my sword in my hand this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Which hand is hanging loose? On the zombie.
Oh yeah.
The right hand.
I'm just gonna, if any, on whatever's visible, how on the other hand, how's just gonna cut in a place to see if what happens on his hand happens on the zombie's hand.
Okay.
You know what? That was very good
Make an
foresight, yeah.
attack roll.
On myself.
I could do it for you.
No, I'm literally cutting my own hand.
Yeah.
You're cutting your hand and seeing if it
Yeah.
appears on a zombie. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make an attack roll.
It burns, cauterizes the wound, I hope.
So you cut across your hand, like it instantly ignites into flame and, like you says, cauterizes the wound. You do suffer the damage, and you notice that a very dark purple, like sort of arcane sort of glow appears on the zombie's hand in the same manner.
I can't kill the zombie. It might kill me.
Might kill you.
And as you spot that, you look towards like the shoulder, and it's the same shoulder that Ursa attacked you in your dream. That's the arm that's like off.
You had a dream?
I'm gonna say to Tyrell, you know that you link to me sometimes in battle with the ring. Like obviously I'm watching this happening. That looks very similar. Do you know if there's a way of you be able to stop that, cleanse that, fix it?
Let's have a look. Let me have a looky. I'm going to drop to my knees and I'm going to say some prayers while I figure out what the hell I'm going to do. Let's go with...
It'd be a straight intelligence for all of you could figure out anything to do with that.
Might as well roll it.
I mean, it's a life link between me and Tyrell. That looks like a death link between you and the zombie.
Yeah, Hal's just going to walk off against this wall and just rest his head against it for a few minutes, just to try and ponder things.
Wait, you mentioned that the wound on his shoulder.
Yeah.
From where Ursa chomped him weeks ago. Is that wound still quite meaty and fresh?
It's healing. Like
Is it healing
scarred.
at a slower rate than Hal's?
That is sort of it's that shoulder that's the arm that's separated.
So it's quite
The arm
obviously
that's not-
healing quicker than Hal's actual wound is. Slower than Hal's wound.
No, it's the arm that's not on a chain, right?
So both hands are like sort of suspended from the sky, like from the ceiling of the cage, like Hal was. But the right arm from like the shoulder from the shoulder is like sort of detached, and that arm's just sort of hanging loose.
Okay, because I'm very confident we could kill this thing without killing Hal. If that's the case, because it's obvious, because Hal can clearly has healed quicker than this zombie has. So logically speaking, he probably has a lot less in him than Hal does.
Or you could, or Ursa, you could temporarily give him your ring, and I can protect him through the magic of the ring.
I'll do that.
What's half of death?
Not
Half
death.
alive.
Not death.
So, so going back on your intelligence roll, Tyrell, you haven't seen any sort of magic like this before. That links body to body without like a conduit of the magical source.
What if the magical source is the green goo stuff that was there? Awesome.
That had a bit of a poisonous nature to it.
That guy looks pretty poisonous.
I'm gonna get my.
So how, if you're doing what you've whispered to me, roll a religion.
I'm gonna poke it quite hard in the chest with my mace.
Bugger.
You hear no responses.
Fair.
Okay. So Tara, you prod it with your mace.
Yeah.
It rocks backwards and forwards in the cage. And as you as you hit it, and it sort of starts rocking and sort of slowly stops. You see like a dark purple sort of arcane glyph sort of appear where you've touched it, and as that sort of arcane sort of glyph sort of starts glowing, one appears on Hal's chest.
Can I investigate this cage? See if there's anything doing something magically here.
Be an Arcana check. Let's see.
You say there's a mark on his chest, Hal's chest now. What's the actual mark look like?
Kaz, take magic.
It looks like sort of like a pentagram star.
Nice. Oh, Kaz, take magic.
But it's in purple. It's all purple.
Hello? Mark?
Hello.
You didn't say anything.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Hello.
So it's a dark purple sort of pentagram star on like dead center in your chest.
I have a strange question. Can Hal feel any form of connection to the zombie?
Nope. No sort of. You don't have an urge to eat people.
No, as in like, yeah, that's a good point.
Sarah would ask Hal if he can feel like where that purple thing appeared on.
Yeah, that's a good point. Can Hal feel this now purple thing?
There's no energy coming off of it. It's just there.
If I couldn't see it, I wouldn't know it's there.
No.
Okay.
There's no arcane. You can't sense any sort of magicalness to this cage.
Is he wearing anything like a pendant or a ring or a brooch or something?
The zombie is wearing exactly the same things that Hal normally wears.
I have a question. Can Hal just quickly check to see if, like, he's got anything done to him, like a tattoo, or someone's literally carved into his flesh a mark or something?
Oh, you got stabbed.
Exactly.
Yeah, with the green goo coming out of it.
Besides the stabbing, you healed. There is no other added new marks.
Can I have
got a little bit of a lump on the back of your head.
Can I have
That's sort of slowly going.
Can I have a look over you, Hal?
Sure.
I'm gonna look at where cake. I've got given cake. Sorry, distractions. Right. Sorry. Yeah.
Cake.
I'm going to have a look over him like a medic would do, if you know what I mean, like looking at the wound where he stabbed was, see if there's anything unusual.
Medicine check.
Yeah, not an issue. And then after that, I'm going to do something else. Shit.
Looks like it's a genuine sort of dagger stab wound.
Okay, and then while I've got my hands all over him, let's do. Wow, let's do that.
Alright.
12 healing.
Alright. So you heal 12.
No. Wrong.
11 healing.
Count. Yes.
That's tired. Are you tired, Joe? It's like half 11. Tired.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. So you heal 11. And as you sort of as this the healing magic is surging through your body, how the symbol on this pentagram symbol on your chest glows,
Okay.
and the symbol on the zombie glows, and magical sort of tendons sort of lash out from the shoulder to the arm and start reattaching like nervous systems.
There we go. Oh God. You got like a
It's
phylactery or
kinda
something?
like-
I don't
Kinda
know.
like they're trying to make a second Hal.
Are you undead? Are you dead?
Can Hal reach through and just poke with his hand the zombie? See
Yeah.
what it
Oh, I
does
wouldn't want
as
to
he
touch
puts his
it.
hand near it.
As you go in and sort of poke it, you poke the zombie. Where you jab it in the side, you get a filler jab in your side.
Okay then. Hal is going to use
Yeah,
up.
it's like they're
Yeah, he's going to use up the last of his. Oh, and actually, he's going to use all his spell slots. First level cure wounds on himself, on the zombie. See what happens.
Okay. As you heal the zombie, the arm reattaches and fully reattaches and starts healing, and you receive some healing as well.
I'm going to look at Tyrell and say, I don't think this is meant to happen.
No.
You can't heal the undead, can you?
No.
How much healing do I get?
Half.
So 4.
This is so much fun.
In the next thing, Hal's just going to use.
Zombie.
Damn it!
You Eldritch Blast on the zombie.
Damn straight. This is
Okay.
This is too funny
How
not to do.
what's your armor class?
13 at the minute because I don't have my armor on.
No, with your armor.
Ah.
Because remember, zombies wearing
17.
your armor,
17.
Ah.
so it just misses.
Yeah, can Hal?
Ursa, go for the mark.
No.
No,
Join
let
the-
Hal finish.
Hal is now going to use up his last remaining 2 spell slots.
Just a quick thing. Taro, don't you have 2 blasts of Eldritch Blast?
Yes, I do.
Fuck.
So there'll be an extra one.
Thank you.
Right. That hits the zombie square in the face.
And it knocks them back 5 feet as well.
Yeah. So it just hits the back of the cage and swings back into the center.
How do I react as the other Hal?
You sort of get knocked sort of 2.5 foot, sort of slide instantly, but sort of across the floor.
Don't do that.
Yeah, but
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah, but did you get hurt?
Did I get hurt?
You did get hurt.
For
You take half the damage.
okay.
That thing that he's just had healed.
Yeah, I'm now going to use up my last 2 spell slots on myself.
Oh.
On me, Hal, not the zombie Hal.
Yeah, but that heals them as well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
So
but
you
it
didn't
heals it.
both cure wounds on yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so you heal the damage, and the zombie sort of starts healing as well.
I'm back up to max in case that's of any help.
And sort of as your second cure wound spell goes off, you notice that
Stop trying to kill it.
you notice that the sort of the flesh that was all sort of sunken in, it starts like regenerating and sort of starts popping back out and becoming more fuller and more lifelike.
It's like they're just trying to make second
They've cloned you.
But clones wouldn't feel the same things. Cass.
It's a linked clone.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the mark. That's why I said take the mark.
How can
Chop
I take
the
the
mark off.
Want me to slice it off?
No.
And not off Hal.
I would.
No.
I would.
Chop
You're-
it off the zombie.
You're right, Hal.
Yeah, but
You're
what
right.
if
You
they
can
chop
take
it
it.
off the zombie and it just makes a bigger mark around the chop wound?
Hold on.
How could take
What if you chop off the skin and I lose skin?
Well, you're only going to lose half of it.
I can fix that. It's not an issue.
I got a better idea. How about we just heal the zombie? See what happens when it's fully healed first.
It'll just look like Hal, and then you'll end up with one of those like double fight things.
Well,
No one knows which
there's one
one's
Hal in a
which.
cage here.
It might break free. You never know. It's got all your armor.
Not my sword.
How
Please heal it first. Please heal it first.
Healing.
Hello?
Sacred flame, okay. How deck save?
No.
So yeah. Doesn't affect zombie at all.
Oh wait, no, hold on. Is that dex check or dex save I did?
No, that's a
No,
dex check. That's you wasted a nat on a dexterity.
10. Bollocks.
So you, Zombo takes a whole 7 points of radiant damage, and you take half. So you take 3.
3.
What you gotta do is keep healing yourself. We do mega
Can't.
damage to the zombie.
I can't heal myself now. I
We
used
have
up
a
all my spell
cleric.
slots.
We have
If
a
you had
cleric
just
and a
healed
half,
it-
and we have fucking healing potions.
You should have
Ursa's
just
just
tried
a
to finish
walking
healing
fucking
it.
prescription counter.
Right.
Here's the thing. If you heal it and it becomes me,
Yeah, but it heals half. It damages it full and damages you half. While you heal, it only heals half.
yeah, what I'm thinking is if it becomes fully...
Stop healing it then.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm trying to heal myself here. I'm thinking
It,
if it
so
heals...
it
can
takes
talk.
23. It takes 23 damage, and how you take half.
I take 11, I take it.
I'm looking at how I'm going to go. Sorry, mate.
So there's these sort of
Is it because
Sort of-
there's another me that you don't trust me here?
there's loads of like sort of blisters and boils sort of just randomly appear, and they just sort of burst of this arcane energy, and they all appear on Hal as well,
Yeah,
and
please
burst
stop
sort of
being
simultaneously.
I'm going to cast. No, I'm not.
That doesn't help me.
No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, I didn't read that.
Okay, if you're going to try and kill the zombie, Hal's going to kill it himself.
Please stop hurting Hal. We have to
And-
think of it a bit more
There's no other
logically
way.
than just hit it.
This is logic. It's obviously
not
taking
logic.
damage. It's taking damage. Hal's taking half. When Hal heals, again, it's taking half. The only way to
We don't know if
stop
it's taken
it
half.
is kill it.
No, we
But here's
don't
the
know
thing.
what it's taking as healing, though.
Yeah, we also
All
don't
know
know
is
which
it
is the
healing.
original. Also, which one's the original, for God's sake?
The one that's talking.
Head off.
You.
Not necessarily.
He has the stuff. The zombie has Hal's stuff.
Well, has anyone else got any better ideas? Why is he going to be the new member of our party?
I'll hit it again.
Yeah. If people are going to kill it, Hal's going to
Mhm.
kill it himself in a minute.
Hal, you take 14 points of damage.
Hang on a minute. Has Hal actually tried hurting it himself?
Yeah.
Oh.
He cut his hand, and the
No,
cauterized
not not actually himself. Like actually hurting it. Like him going for it
Oh,
rather
Not
than.
yet.
No,
himself.
he poked it.
No,
But-
because everyone else keeps hitting
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Hal's had enough of this. If anyone's going to kill him, it's going to be him. He's going to stab at it. Trying to just kill the thing now.
Okay.
If people are going
So
to try
you-
and kill him, he's going to kill him.
You stab the zombie. The wound where you stab it sort of ignites, and you withdraw your sword. Nothing seems to happen to you.
Oh,
And then
How much will
Tyrell,
it take?
Yeah, maybe if all of you stopped attacking him
And then
in the first place.
Tyrell
wouldn't-
touches it
I'll
again
only
and
attack fucking people that
does it.
can't hit back.
What are you
Then
saying,
does
Mark?
it. I said, as you withdraw your sword, like no sort of damage is done to you. And then Tyrell touches it, inflicts wounds, and you suffer 6 points of damage.
Hold on. So I stab it and I don't take damage.
No,
Did you say?
you didn't take any damage from the stab.
Stop killing it.
Seriously, people.
Ursa, give it a good hit.
Stop.
God,
What's
Ursa.
half of 18 again?
9.
6.
9.
Oh,
6.
9.
9.
Yeah, sorry. Maths, not my best point.
Yeah, it's 9.
It's fine. We're all amazing.
And I've just seen what the time is, so we'll wrap
Yeah.
up in a bit.
Are you
I had
going
no
to
idea
try
what the
and-
time was.
It's 20. Well,
10 to 12.
10 to
Yeah.
12.
pretty much.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
Do we
no
want
idea
to
what the
finish
time was.
killing Cal? Do we want to finish killing
Yeah, we
Cal?
have to we're
Kill
still
it.
not sure whether the one with or without armor is actually hell.
Kill it. I'm going to cast message to Hal. Message. Hal, respond to this message.
To be fair, I even thought of Hal when we used the teleporter, and it led us right to him.
Yeah, but they're both in the same building.
But you teleported to me.
Yeah, to Hal.
So, fine. Kill the zombie. Just leave me alive.
You kill the zombie.
I can't. It
So,
doesn't hurt me. I don't
5.
think it hurts the zombie either.
Did it hurt the zombie when he stabbed it?
Actually, yeah.
So 5 and 6 damage to you, Hal. As I can't see, how far are you from?
I'm on 12.
So you're beyond half damage.
Beyond quarter.
Okay. So that last one, it dies because I can't see your hit points, so I couldn't see if how close I was or how close it was dying.
He's just said it's dead. God damn it.
But yeah,
Sorry, I did too. Sorry, my bad. There's another one. Is Hal dead yet?
Hal's not dead, no.
Damn it!
But
I want to save him.
but the zombie is no longer moving, and as its head sort of drops to its drops, the symbol on its chest fades, and it fades from Hal.
I'm going to pump 2d6 of my dice of healing into Hal to see what happens. So, Hal here have 2d6 healing. 9.
Hold on. Yeah.
Okay, so you heal 9 points, Hal.
Yeah, I'm now on 21.
Is the zombie still down?
Above a quarter.
Still down.
Shall I try a bigger healing spell, Hal?
Please, you owe me.
What do you mean I owe you? You're the one who got lost. Come on.
You're the one that kept attacking him.
Yeah,
We
but
wouldn't have to attack him if he didn't get lost.
yeah, and we've fixed it now, haven't we? That's 19. Look at that. Jesus Christ.
That's a good healing spell. Okay. So how you heal
I'm
19?
on 40. I'm
the
above half
zombie-
again.
The zombie is still not moving.
Would you like another big
Okay.
heal, Hal?
He's not. He's sad now. He's been betrayed effectively, and he's nodding yes.
Why? Alright, it's not
Well,
betrayal,
maybe
right?
maybe if you take the things off of the zombie before you
Yeah, that's a good shout.
So you heal 14. The zombie's still not moving.
How far away are you from Max?
I am 6.
Alright,
Yeah, take everything off of the zombie before it's awake.
We have to get into the cage, and I'm assuming the cage is locked.
Is that exactly what you needed?
Trying to go into the cage.
It was as
damn
well.
it! I didn't do
Yeah.
that then. I didn't do that.
I'm back
So
on
that was
Max.
that was actually quite good. Okay.
Yeah, good shout, guys.
And he did 6 and you healed 6. So you back at 4 now, Hal.
Yes.
So you're back at full health. The Zumble is
Come on.
still not moving.
Can I try the door, please?
Okay.
I don't
So
have any
it is. It
You can
is.
upcast it if you want, by the way. Sorry.
It is unlocked.
Thank God.
And the Zumble is chained to the ceiling now.
I take off all my stuff and put it back on.
You can get your boot, your money pouch, and probably your quiver, and you probably just get your bow off, but you won't be able to get your armor unless you
Okay.
sort
I cut the hand
of
off.
undo it.
Please tell me I don't lose the hand.
You cut the zombie's hands by the wrist or the manacles, the body drops.
I'm still good.
Take your armor.
Okay. I take my stuff off and walk away.
Take your armor, grab you and take your bag.
I take everything except the zombie.
Take everything. And you take all of your possessions back, and the zombie still stays there lying lifeless on the floor.
How's outside now? He's gone. He's not looking at the zombie no more.
I'm gonna look at the zombie on the floor. I'm gonna go. Ares now sends you to the afterworld. Go to wherever you need to go, my friend. To Valhalla, whatever. Blah blah blah. Amen.
Surely we should close doors as we go.
I think we have
so,
been.
So on that, we'll wrap up tonight's session. As you're redawning all of your gear, we'll reconvene with you. Just finish putting them back on next week.
Nice.
Hey.
So, what a session.
Hope you enjoyed that session, guys.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't get to do much, it was fun.
We got Fubar tomorrow, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
I found a way to drive you all mental, so.
Oh God, I'm already mental.
I know.
Yeah.
This is
Fucking
gonna
gonna
be
make you even more mental.
fucking mental.
So now I feel like I've missed
Jesus
out on something.
Christ.
Alright. Thank you very much for the stream and the views. 145 views today. Fantastic.
Ooh, nice.
Got 2 new followers. This will be up on YouTube in the morning when once I've uploaded it and edited it. And join us again tomorrow for a bit more D&D. And then Friday a bit more D&D.
And Saturday a bit more D&D.
Well, no,
Sunday and
Saturday will be
Monday.
Last of Us, and then Sunday is D&D.
Oh yeah.
Monday's D&D. Then Tuesday's Last of Us. Wednesday's D&D. Thursday's Call of Cthulhu. That's the schedule. I need a sort of scheduler. I got to do all the admin side of things, but yeah.
You got Last of Us 2 yet, John?
Nope.
No?
Don't
God
get
damn
paid
it.
till Friday.
Oh, hurry up.
Have to wait.
It's really hard not talking to someone about it. There's someone on my friend, my school friend's been speaking to me.
Right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for the stream today, and it is much appreciated that you are looking. Can you please hit the follow button to get my followers up, share, like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, where all the videos that you are watching or you haven't been able to watch is going to be uploaded to, so that you are able to view whenever you need to view at your own leisurely pace. As always, it's a pleasure, and stay safe and take care, my friends.